tomorrow never flows away 月光した It's still a ways It still can lead us through It's always Till this moment of time あの時交わした言葉が鳴り響いてささやかな夢 There is no more darkness No more tears in silence No one home Running out and breath song I stop with your life 繰り返す so brave The running out and breath song I stop with your life 渡りゆく闇の先へ
A superior smooth taste.
Oh no, ads! The worst! Peanut butter jelly time, it is not... We live in a society now. We're past those dark days. We don't do that. Anyway, once I find myself... It's just a day, like, I had a dual monitor, I was getting used to dual monitor life, I was editing, I was just slaying computer life. I'd never used two monitors before. And then for no reason, none of the wires have changed, it's plugged in, it's got power, it just doesn't work. Why do I ever expect any differently from tech? Quite honestly. Anywho... As I've said, I'm a Jay Kizer fan. I don't care if you know Jay Kizer. If you don't, he's the greatest ever. And he's being bullied right now. And, like, I don't know. I'm not the fucking recess teacher. I can just watch from afar and be like, why? Why the savagery? They all watch shows that are about friendship, love, peace, and then they all act just cruel to each other. And then they sit there and say opinion bashing's the worst thing that can happen in the world. Please call and form a lawsuit if you've been the victim of fucking opinion bashing, because if someone doesn't like the same cartoon as you, oh my gosh, it's just over, you know? But you know who opinion bashes the most? The ones who are mad about opinion bashing. I don't even know anymore, so that's why I'm doing this stream tonight, to get fucking cultured. I'm not gonna get cultured with these soccer bros. They won't ever help me. Gonna fix this a bit though. Said, Windows be doing things. Windows be getting ideas in its head. I got a message today saying, oh, just so you know, in October 2025, we're not going to support your Windows 10 no more. No more free downloads, no more security for you. And I said, how? How will I protect my family? It's been a while since, the last LimeWire fucking malware attack. Not since I had a Windows XP. But you never know, they can come back again if fucking Windows Defender don't got you. I probably don't even fucking know what Windows Defender does. Does anybody know what Microsoft OneNote does? Bet you don't. No one does. That's why it's called OneNote. Because the only note it has is me questioning its fucking existence and whether whatever file I put in it's going to be safe today. I just can't. Yeah, I can. Go over here. We're just gonna stay sad all night. I'm not changing emoticons. That's too much weird work, dude. Like, I'm not as lazy as a VTuber, but I'm, like, not as productive as a normal person. Anyway, fuck these soccer hunks. Is that Ice Poseidon? Anyway. This is Star Wars, yes. Kirby, no. VGCPA. He's on strike. I don't know. Got more subscribers than me, dude. This dude be on the grind. So, like I said, I love checking out other channels, and this channel looked quite interesting. I am Star Wars, yes. Kirby, no. VGCP. Now, I saw the word CP in this here acronym, and right away I'm like, But then I found out this means Video Game Cartoon Police. And somehow I was just as disgusted. We can't have justice in the streets over cartoon opinions. That just leads to savagery. Anyway, I have no idea what this means. I don't want to know. And I love Star Wars and Smurfs. And I hate Kirby. Gotcha Life, Dress to Impress, Family Guy, and Precure. Is that anime where, like, that girl, like, fuses with the husbandos? I don't know. Anyway, there's rules to this channel. Before we watch anything on this channel, we gotta follow the rules. There's no disliking their videos. No playing Dress to Impress. I guess that's a game. No mocking Christianity. Yeah, it's gonna get spicy up in here. No blocking him. Like, don't break these rules, but don't block him either. That's just rude. No sending me Precure, Gotcha Life, or Kirby links to me. This has been the victim of bullying. No reporting me. I mean, I don't know. It's just like, the whole, like, rich and successful people, they never, like, pay for anything, fucking, or hold accountable for anything. They can basically do whatever. It's like, you too can live that life. Just put it on your rules page on fucking YouTube. No gotcha. Whoa. I'm not saying that. Oh my god. I did not know about number 8. This user didn't say the N-word 6 years ago. He's saying it this day. This is the edgy user. This name, like Star Wars, yes. Kirby, no. There's a lot of these. There's like Game of Thrones, no. Game of Thrones, no. Lord of the Rings, yes. Like, and they're simple folk, but I've never seen a problematic one before. Gosh dang. But now, I actually don't know. This could be a troll account. You never know. But, like, I'm sure there's laws against impersonating the video game cartoon police. Like, you just can't do that. So there's weird gotcha life. He hates gotcha life, but he loves taking the gotcha life people, it seems, and pasting underwear over them. Like, that is the thumbnail right here. Zoom in. Enhance. This is this person's thing. See, I'm just trying to see. I'm excited. Unless we start yelling slurs on stream, that's not cool. Like, what's going on here? This isn't cool. But really, like, there probably went no editing. It's probably just this still, or it's someone else's hate video that you stole. So at least the nice thing about these malicious users is they're not going to put any effort into anything. This is the most they're going to do. They'll put an image and say, I don't like this. Devil face, devil face, devil face. So I've, like, kind of grown past internet fights. Like, I think they're hilarious when they happen with other people. That's why I love YouTube drama and this kind of thing. But I'm getting a bit too fucking old for them because they're all a bit too fucking stupid. Like, I don't know you. I don't even know if any of the people I get into fights with are real people. They be all AIs. We're going to live in that world where AIs are, like, infiltrating our chats. This guy would like to stop being put in a maid dress. And of course, since he's a user, we're going to be doing text-to-speech, which I hate. But maybe, as long as I, like, pretend it's Jay Kizer, like, his soul is there, it'll be tolerable.
Guys, I am very angry, because you guys keep putting me in a maid dress. I was reading the notifications, and I see you stupid idiots just keep putting me in a maid dress. How cringe can you guys be? I am a boy, not a girl, you idiots. Seriously, maid dresses are for girls only. If you weren't watching anime, you wouldn't be so cringe enough to put me in a maid dress.
You know what, Based? If y'all weren't watching anime, you wouldn't be all freaking soy on his channel trying to feminine him. Stop your ways, and surely they won't do this anymore because he made a video with an angry TTS man in a bar. Probably never touched a beer in his life, but he put his TTS man in a bar, and he's got angry emoticons. So, you know, no one's ever going to do this to him ever again.
But see, now you're all so cringe. How would you feel if you wear a maid dress? Tell me. Is it bad because you are embarrassed and forced to clean up? Come on. Just tell me. And what will you do if you wear a maid dress?
Maybe it's because, like, this user's actually got music in the background, but I feel like this TTS is threatening me, like, in a dark alley.
Come on. Tell me. Oh. Why do you guys always have to cyberbully me? It is really mean. You keep calling me.
You were saying some problematic things. You crying about cyberbullying? You don't... There's fighting words out on the internet. You can't just say certain things and then expect nothing to come to you.
Juliana, you keep putting me in a maid dress. You keep calling me family guy, and you keep lying about my opinions.
Yeah, dude, this is a user. Don't ever accuse him of being a family guy.
Why would you put me in a maid dress on Gacha Life? Oh, I know. It's because your parents forced you to wear a maid dress, and then you're being forced to clean up your house. So that's why you put me in a maid dress. That's it. For those idiots who put me in a maid dress, I will report you on X, Reddit, Patreon, DeviantArt, Facebook.
So this is what makes me think this is a troll, but I've seen crazier, you know. Going back to the here.
Kirby. What?
Oh, we'll get to Kirby and what he's done. Because the Kirby video is just too funny that I think it's just too funny. But, like, let's go to his playlist. Of course, Blame Asia and Cancel Asia Now, which had me thinking about Jay Kizer. Here's his 5 rants. But then there's 21 videos that are Mass Report These Videos Now, updated yesterday. You know, that thing that you're not allowed to do on any platform. And this is going to be interesting because, oh, dude, the Mass Report These Videos are people who are mad at him. Improve your behavior. Oh. He's going to get it. We've gone to another user, but...
Konnichiwa, everyone. Today we'll be talking about Ross Game Free. If you don't know what this dude is,
I wonder if this is a... I hope this isn't a child, but it probably is.
he is a Polygon YouTuber that was exposed multiple times for harassing, doxing, etc. Let me show an example of what he did. That could be false.
Okay, I don't know what this person's saying, but why'd they flash a screen cap for 1 second? Is there evidence against the user? I can't even find it. Anime. Star Wars, yes, wasn't wrong about the anime. They wouldn't be putting him in a maid dress if it wasn't because of it. Dude, I want the evidence. I want the tea.
Yes. Anyways, let's get to the video.
Chapter 1, the problem with him. Dancing bunny girl, pink hair.
He doxed someone really multiple times, or I guess. Here's proof, by the way.
Okay, I think they're meaning doxed because I think this is email. So they're a doxer. Doxing someone's email isn't the worst thing in the world, though. And like I said, these are user fights. There's usually no IRL bloodshed, really. So luckily, this is as far as it's going to go, this user's behavior. It's probably a troll.
Really?
But, like, the thing with trolling is, you know, these aren't the highest functioning people, if we're gonna be honest, these users who have usernames like this. So, like, one, it's already bad enough that they bully one another. Just let that happen, I guess. It's just nature. You can't do nothing about it. But to troll them, like, honestly, you're no... It's a hate crime, honestly. Users are a protected minority.
And also, he's scared of Gina just because of the Gacha Live Gina glitch. And by the way, the Gina glitch was fake and edited to violations.
What? So, okay, cyberbullying.
Well, he cyberbullies people.
I don't know how, like, afraid I'm supposed to be of this monster when you make me look at cute seals, though.
With fictional characters.
Well, we know he's got a thing for, like, underwear. Anyway, so, though these are, let's remember, whatever criticism these people have, this is the mass report these videos now. These are the villains. See, trying to find... Dude, is this part of the UTTP? Is that what this is? He's probably a troll. Can't... Why would you just say rules? I don't like you. This is like a parody of all the other accounts. They had the worst nightmare about Gacha Life. Okay, this... You know what? I'm about to be on his side because none of you can make a freaking comprehensible video against him. How about you? You in TTS? 30 seconds?
GRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRR school uniforms. You know that's very important. That's IT. You're grounded forever.
Dude, that's it. Once that happens to you, it's over. Okay.
Kirby. What?
You know what? The Kirby video is pretty great. Except I don't know why I keep... It's gotta be a troll.
Kirby. What? More like a bee. Oh my god. This game franchise sucks. I will tell you the reasons. 1. It's for girls only. 2. It's too girly. 3. He can inhale things. 4.
I don't have to say anything.
He's my biggest fear. 5. He gave me nightmares about Kirby. 6. He is pink. So screw Kirby. Screw Nintendo. And screw LGBTQ. I hope Kirby gets banned and deleted for good. If you're a boy and you like Kirby, you're a funny boy. Ha 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 ha.
Why do they do that? Why do they inflict my ears with that? Anyway, it's like, this is the user script. Oh, this thing sucks. Here's a Watch Mojo list on why it sucks. And then it goes right into the, if you like this, you suck. That's the script, but like, the whole, I'm afraid of Kirby because Kirby is in my dreams. Is that, are we memeing? Why would you meme and pretend to be, but yeah, here's the real question. Because this account just got discovered. It's not like he's making big numbers out here. His Kirby rant got 1,000 views. Like, so you wouldn't pretend to be a user without getting anything in return. You're just a user at that point. Oh wait, he said the rules are a lie. He said he likes Smurfs now he hates it. This is an opinion change from 2 days ago. I've noticed this too from watching these community posts. When an opinion changes, you gotta like register it at the courthouse. You can't just like something else or dislike something and go about your day. Oh no, dude, it has to be registered with the internet or it's not a real feeling.
Guys, I am very angry, because I now hate Smurfs. I used to find this show appropriate, but now I don't. I saw Wizard Gargamel kissed Monty when they're both boys. It was on Smurfs, The Lost Village.
Stop with that, sir.
Movies support LGBTQ? Oh, I know. It's because Columbia Pictures. Sony.
Yeah, Holly. I don't need to say anything. It's just, is it a troll though?
Pictures Animation and the Kerner Entertainment Company are wearing opposite sex clothes. Ha 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 ha. That's
See, it's like if you're really angry, like when you want to convey. Jay Kizer doesn't do this. This is why none of them can be Jay Kizer. Jay Kizer doesn't do this to me. He's not like ha 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 with the TTS. He takes the TTS shit very seriously. Like, he has to have a certain voice and everything. He's a user, so he's lazy, but like I said, he's got a process, and his videos are right to the point. I like this thing. Here's why. You know who else likes this thing? There's none of this. Bah, 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 bah. Fucking, they're all just fakers. They're all just, generic pan pizza copies I've heard of fucking the real thing.
I hope Smurfs get sued and arrested for life, and even worse, they will shut down forever and ever. So report Smurfs, get them cancelled, or else you will be reported on X, Reddit, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch.
Okay, well maybe they are using TTS, so you can just copy and paste, so you could just be like, what is every social media? Because that's the part I don't buy. They just keep their beefs to YouTube.
Roblox, Bitcoin, Snapchat, Telegram, Discord, GoAnimate, and even worse, YouTube. So this is me. Star Wars yes Kirby no VGCP and UTTP here. Signing off. Bye.
But like, the UTTP, they are trolls, aren't they? But like, what did you accomplish today? I guess you have a whole playlist of users who are mad at you. And then we got people who are like, taking this seriously. Oh, is he saying the bad word when he's doing that? I thought he was just saying annoying language. Saying the hard R. So here's a whole bunch of... If it's a troll, I guess this is what you want. Yeah, 1 out of 10 rage bait. Do better at least. But why? Like I said, that's the part where I have troubles with things being trolls, but for why? But then, so like, Dan's bro, that like freaking weird brony. There was a weird brony who was like defending zoophilia and gross things, right? Oh my gosh. He had these weirdos, like these weird entourages that would go on to every stream that discussed him, and they were weird too, and they had like one of them had the YouTube channel, like gamer furries against Trump or whatever, and it existed for like 5 years. They were the trolls. The crazy brony, he was the real one. These trolls, though, they were basically pimping him out. They basically made content to attract someone mentally deranged enough that they knew they could fucking farm. Like, every time everybody's so afraid of this woke internet freaking taking everyone's rights and abilities away. The savagery will never go away. War will never change, as they say. Okay, stop calling me Juliana. Yeah, I don't know if this is some weird church hell thing, but like, he likes doing this. He posts this video. This isn't even his. Belongs to some church, some religious thing. He's just hell, blah, blah, blah. And then he'll just be like, this is dead Asians, or this is LGBT. It's being very problematic. I guess I'm accepting that he's a troll, but once again, why would you take the time to do all this? Clogging up the YouTube Shorts feed. I wish people would put better YouTube Shorts out there. Not this. See if there's anyone else mad at him. Someone who's like comprehensible. Maybe okay. Explain the UTTTP to me, because I just don't understand.
YouTube troll police try and... I'm so sick and tired of seeing the YouTube troll police try and fucking take over YouTube like their dumbass keeps thinking they have exceptional power and have the ability to use it. Like, get a fucking hold of yourself, will ya? Like, I can't watch a single Mario-related video like Super Mario Logan or SMG4 without seeing this fucking didn't ask, plus my content is way better bullshit. If that's what you do for a living, you've never experienced getting circumcised, go fuck yourself.
Wow. Only 1 subscriber. He had... I guess that's what they do. They go to Super Mario Logan and SMG4, because that's the content these people love, and you spam the comments, and then I guess that's how these communities form. But I bet you, what's crazy though is I bet all these people that talk in this language, and you got this one parroting, they might not even know Jay Kizer. There could be no relation, no overlap. These are just microcosms on the internet that just form.
I hate having nightmares about Benbris videos grr. Ubag on AHSSV Guji. Bro, nobody believes me that I have better content than Benbris because they wear diapers and they are maids.
Alright, so I guess I thought there'd be fun here. But if we're just gonna be a troll, then I at least want to watch the classics. Thing the imitators are trying to copy. Alright, so here's some evidence. This is what I mean. So this is Jay Kizer's page. He had to register an opinion change because he's got an enemy. Meatwad Studios Productions, who I think is just another troll who's, bullying somebody who's not even in the same league as them, so really needs to go fucking touch some grass. He has to register the opinion change. It just can't be like, this person's bullying me or this person's being extra or ignoring this person. It's fucking, I gotta register with the YouTube government that Meatwad Studio Productions is now my most hated user ever. Alright, I'm just looking for a Jay video that I've never seen before. I feel like I've seen why the drama needs to end. I just watched the Hurricane one. It deserves more than 521 views, quite honestly. Like I said, Jay spends all of his day making these videos so you know what user likes this, and he promotes other YouTube channels. 16 seconds. Can I see what he got for Christmas in 16 seconds?
When migraine strikes, do you question the trade-offs of treating? Ubrelvy is another option. It works.
No ad block here. I got the browser that plants the trees. Oh, Jay. Jay, when your mattress looks like this, you don't put it on the internet. Don't. This is like what you get in a stocking. Not, I shouldn't be no Christmas elitist up in here. Everyone has the holidays different, but I'm gonna say this is pretty mid. What are you gonna do with those wax cubes, Jay? Like, honestly. Oh, you got some shoes. You got cars. You got NASCAR diecast there. That's cool. All right, I was hoping. I was sad that like this was it. All right. Who is? It's so exciting. I never know where to start with Jay Kizer, but I really want to find a video I've never seen. Something new, not this Screwball. Screwball is like the villain, but then now this Meatwad guy's come in. Like, honestly, also, if you're gonna troll, which you should never do, definitely don't be doing it while something else is going on. This Screwball Jay Kizer beef has been going on for a while. You can't just insert yourself in like this. Like, and now he had to opinion change. He had to register his local opinion change away from Screwball to Meatwad because people be interfering and starting shit. Let's see what's going on over here. I've never seen this.
Hello everyone, my name is Jay and I'm back with another commentary.
Hi Jay.
This one will be on Kyle the PTBF 2002 and Wiz and Danielle, yes Cardi B and Charlie Puth no fans rant on Adrian Tunes. Now, this rant's gonna suck, so let's start.
This is my second rant, and this rant will be Adrian Tunes. If you like this user, then start hating him right now. Being a hypocrite.
Okay, so that user, isn't Jay Kizer. Jay Kizer's doing a commentary, and I'm doing a commentary on Jay Kizer's commentary. You know how it be here on YouTube streams. But, like, this user's 1,000 times better than the Star Wars dude. Gets right to the point. If you like this person, start hating them now.
This is my second rant, and this rant will be Adrian Tunes. If you like this user, then start hating him right now.
Opinion forcer much? We have the rights to like Adrian Tunes if we want to.
I've actually never heard that one, the opinion forcer. You cannot bash, you cannot force, you just can be.
So anyways, enjoy.
No, I'm not going to enjoy your rant, you opinion basher.
In Tunes? No.
Yep. Because, Jay, okay, like I said, how dare I call out the hypocrisy of the users? But it's just like, opinion bashing is such a crime. They make it clear, like criminals, right? But then, like at the end of every freaking Jay video, even if it's a salute, even if it's I Love Sesame Street, it's, oh, also Dora the Explorer sucks. And I argue, what if someone does like that show? Like, you just opinion bashed. But I guess it's okay when you do it. Rules for me and not for thee.
More like asshole, Tigger.
What kind of mock name was that?
Oh my god. This user sucks. Here are the valid reasons why he sucks.
I highly doubt that there are going to be any valid reasons on why he sucks.
Let him cook, Jay.
1. He takes PTBF 2002 way too seriously. But dude, if you don't like him, just ignore him and leave him alone.
He was just giving Peter criticism, that's all.
2. He ranted on PTBF 2002 with invalid reason.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong, because, maybe I'm not, there's so much Jay Kizer lore to discover, but I also don't think Jay Kizer would ever be like, report this user. I don't think he does that. I think he goes by the true and blue YouTube rules of, I think he is down with the criticism thing. Because he lets all these users rant on him. He doesn't demand they delete his videos, and he just replies to them. Like, he's all for free speech.
Actually, he had valid reasons to hate him.
3. He keeps bringing up Peter's past.
Like I said, he's giving Peter criticism for all the bad stuff he did.
Bringing up Peter's past, he's criticizing him for all the bad things he did. But I think Jay paused there because Jay has also been accused of things in the past, and Jay says you can't past shame people. That's wrong. Like, Hitler, the things he did was in the 40s, right? So technically, by the logic Jay has put out, that's forever ago. You can't past shame people. And I think that is what was just going through Jay's head. He just, doesn't recognize it. But that he was like, oh, I am that user. But you shouldn't be that user.
4. He is a criminal supporter of Jay Kizer.
Bro, I am not a criminal. And do you have any evidence that I am? No, you don't.
Got him. Fucking mic drop. Like, you don't even need the rest of the 2 minutes here, Jay.
5. When he does commentaries, he acts like a hypocrite.
Adrian is not a hypocrite. You are, Kyle.
6. He ranted on me, and he sent me a termination threat. That proves that he supports cancel culture.
I've watched a lot of mob movies in my day. We all have. They're always great, but it's always, the same. You join a gang and then you start realizing that you're expendable. It's the fucking guys who don't do anything at the top making all the money. You realize being a criminal is just the same as, business. So why didn't you just go to business school instead of selling drugs? So then this family that you swore yourself into, someone rats on someone to the police, someone kills someone else, and it's all over. Fucking get made as a mob guy. Doesn't matter. You will never see loyalty stronger than these communities when they like the same TV shows. Like, Jay's making this video to defend his homie. And if anybody came at JJ Hershey fan, I think that's his name, Hershey fan, that's been getting the like spot a lot lately from Jay. I think Jay will go after you. This is a loyal group.
Sure.
Well, you deserve to be ran on for all the crap you did.
7. He bullied PTBF 2002 by making grounded videos out of him.
Since
Always
when did he
comes
ever
back to
bully
the grounded
Peter?
videos.
He does not.
8. On his commentary on PTBF 2002 single quote as ran on Stanley, while Peter said I can handle your opinion, Adrian said that he don't handle opinions. He bashed them. Like, dude, Peter doesn't bash.
This stream is like rated M17. It's getting brutal, dude. Opinions. Like, we're just talking about crimes. We're just openly talking about crimes on the internet right now.
People's opinions. Peter just handled people's opinions. And that proves that Adrian Toones is being a hypocrite.
Well, what Adrian Toones said was true. PTBF 2002 is an opinion basher, just like you are.
9 and finale. On his rant on me, he said that PTBF 2002 likes me. But no, PTBF 2002 does not hurt of me, even though I like PTBF 2002. Do you know who likes this user? Jay Kizer?
Yeah, there he is, the Hershey Chocolate Fan 2006. This guy's just coming at the whole crew.
That's me.
Elijah Animate, and JJ the Hershey Chocolate Fan
And I'm me. Great commentary, Jay. That's me.
2006. They are fuck buddies with him.
Dude, we're just friends.
And do you know who hates this user? Me and I don't know else.
Okay, now you're just acting like Christmas Yes Saturday No and Aubrey Cox.
So fuck Adrian too.
Wait, what was that person's username? Christmas Yes, Saturday No? I don't understand. Why?
So fuck Adrian Toones.
Everybody talks about the videos that are taking up wasted space on YouTube. That's why I'm watching them. Fucking, what about all these yes and no accounts? It shouldn't be allowed, honestly. YouTube, I'm surprised YouTube just don't block them, just assuming that they're bots. And it's sad because they're not bots, they're people.
And screw you too for not handling opinions on Adrian Toones.
Screw you, bro.
What do I have to do?
Dude, fucking the Grim from the Billy and Mandy. I didn't grow up on that show. Was here the whole time. I guess that's because that's the avatar of who he's ranting on. But dude, like a real news station, he was out here to flash that Jay Kizer on the screen. Are we sure he's not a fucking criminal, dude? Because like the mugshot was prepared by the press, as we can see.
Do with Adrian Toons.
Harry Strack Tunes will be forever and ever better than Adrian Tunes.
What does Harry Strack Tunes have to do with this rant? Even though I'm ignoring him.
End of rant.
Wow, that rant sucked. Because he gave out...
Now, not the best rant, but it's not the worst. That's what I'm thinking, but you said it sucks, so you just bashed my opinion.
And valid reasons to hate Adrian Toons, and he even told us to start hating him. Like, dude, you should know by now that not everyone's going to hate Adrian Toons. But anyways, see you later.
Honestly, though, Jay can, like, you know, he follows the conversations. I mean, he does these commentaries, obviously. And most time he's right when he says you ain't got no evidence, you have no basis, you're just saying, you know, things. Like, honestly, he's better than everybody who's ever written anything on... Yeah, wrote. What do Reddit people do? Whatever Reddit people do on r/YouTube drama, where it's just like, no one even talks about breaking news drama. It's like you're a bad person if you do. What happens is there'll always be a thread every single day that's, what YouTubers did you used to be into that you don't like anymore? And it'll be like, Game Grumps, because I heard they're all pedophiles. And then everybody be like, yep, totally. I just get that vibe from them. And it's like, no one ever has evidence. No one's ever even got an antidote or a rumor. I can't, you know what I mean? A rumor, nothing. But it's like, if you, and then if you ever ask evidence, ? You get downvoted. You get like 1,000% downvoted. And you know, with Destiny, with things coming out against Destiny, I definitely don't want to see what's going on over there. That was a real derailment, but this is just, I'm just spitballing tonight. I realized with my YouTube channel, I don't know who I am or who I want to be. So we're just going to have to keep playing games, keep posting shorts, keep studying users like Jay Kizer so I can learn how to be a popular YouTuber such as he. But as I said, one more. I just can't spoil myself. Like, there's only gonna be so many videos that I've never seen. Like, I've got to savor them. Here, I'll pick this screwball video, see what's up. This is the Eric voice. He likes that.
Hello,
one.
Jay here, back with another commentary. This one will be on Screwball's commentary on my rant on Foxy the Fox 110. Let's get started. But first, I'm skipping his intro.
Thanks.
Welcome to Screwball Commentaries. Now let's get on with...
I also, following, like, YouTube drama, there's always accusations of, oh, this person, you know, chip me or whatever. Fucking, you took that out of context. I actually don't really ever, like, there's just some clips where it's like, I don't need to know the context, you know? But Jay, like I said, once again, Jay is the fairest of the users. He plays their whole clip out and he'll let you know if he's editing around stuff. I'm just saying, if, like, there was a user journalist, Jay would be more suited to the task than some of these deceitful users.
Hello, Jay here, back with another commentary. This one will be on Screwball's commentary on my rant on Foxy the Fox 110. Let's get started. But first, I'm skipping his intro.
Welcome to Screwball Commentaries. Now let's get on with the commentary now.
Well, your commentary is going to suck, Barania Fender.
Okay, now Jay, that's not fair. You gotta let him make his point first. We'll just walk through this. We'll figure out how debate works. But like I said, Jay's not awful at debate. I think he does better than like Vosh and Hassan, to be perfectly honest. Not that they debate anymore, but it's because they couldn't handle Jay Kizer.
Yeah, unfortunately, JK has to be using TTS voices to because. He got COVID-19 and lost his voice.
Oh, dude, Jay does not like that COVID-19 because his prom got canceled because of it, and he's been scarred ever since. This is a deep cut, and Screwball knows it. I heard that Screwball's like 12. I think he might be a troll because I don't know, like that don't sound like a voice someone has. You know what I mean? But I said this is just this will happen. You know, you post things on the internet and it happens. It's just how you adapt with it, how you roll with the punches. That's what cements your existence here on the internet, and Jay's done a pretty good job. They don't stop him. He'll just make more commentary. He'll make more videos. As long as the hurricanes stop, they'll be uploaded pretty quickly.
Jerk. I've never had COVID-19, and besides, I did have my voice in that video. It's just that the reason why I'm using text-to-speech is so that way I wouldn't forget some of the reasons to hate Foxy. And before I do my Max Verstappen rant, I will rant on Foxy the Fox 110. But if you like her, that's fine with me. Anyways, enjoy. Foxy the Fox 110 is not a great user and
See, way better than the user that's like, if you're friends with this user, start hating them now. God, it's scary. They're like the Borg. Like I said, like, the ones I was looking at earlier, just in the playlist, whatever, bet you they don't know who Jay Kizer is. They're all just offsets of different communities and different fandoms, but they all have the same language. Like, I also find ants fascinating in the same way. It's kind of the same thing. I love not being part of civilization and hiding in my dark room streaming at 2 a.m. wondering why I can't sleep and fucking doing this shit. But like I just get to watch civilization from afar, and I'm not liking how it's going, to be perfectly honest.
in my opinion.
How is she not a great user? Care to elaborate on that?
The rant explains it all.
Okay, I get a redo. I don't like it when he uses TTS for debate. I can put up with a TTS rant. I can handle his opinion with that. I know he likes the Eric voice. I don't know why, because like it's been a thing. He's been writing about that on his community post. He can't get this website to work well anymore because there's an ad or something. And so he's just like, I can't make videos. And there's been a lot of people, me included, that posted, like, you don't need TTS. Your voice is fine, Jay. Like, we enjoy you. But he dislikes it. But what I don't get is, like, AI is taking over the internet and is stealing everybody's jobs, right? Like, there should be more than one website, Jay. You just might have to... It won't be the same as Eric, but you can probably find another male voice. It's fine. I want to find one with your voice. What's this one, Mickey?
Hi guys, it's Jay here.
There
and I'm
you
back
are.
with another commentary. And today's commentary will be on Wizen and Yano Yes Cardi B and Charlie Puth Knows commentary on Joshua the My Hero Academia and Puyo Puyo.
Honestly, would you know, like the auctioneers that are talking really fast for no reason when you could just, take the bids in an orderly fashion? I don't get it. But, like, Jay would probably actually be pretty good at that job. Like, he spits out... Said none of these usernames roll off the tongue. But he just spitballs them. See him do that again. That's like Eminem speed rap levels.
Hi guys, it's Jay here, and I'm back with another commentary. And today's commentary will be on Wizen and Yano Yes Cardi B and Charlie Puth Knows commentary on Joshua the My Hero Academia and Puyo Puyo fans' response on his commentary on C-Dub the Animator's rant on Aiden Productions. Guys, keep in mind I still like Aiden Productions, but this commentary will still suck nonetheless. But anyways, let's go.
Oh,
Screw me in the ass. It looks like Joshua and a chain pile fan made a response on my commentary.
Why do they do this? Doesn't like everybody uses their phones more than computers now. I feel like streamers are the only people that use actual like computers, you know? Everything has a mic. There's no excuse for this. I hate TTS. I really do. Fuck it.
See those random Aiden Productions? Let's start.
Well, your commentary is going to suck, you disgrace to the NASCAR community.
Got him. Said I went to a NASCAR race. I did the camping thing. A lot of crazy white people. A lot of things happen. I saw a lot of things. So if this guy is a disgrace to NASCAR, he's done some shit.
Hey, you just interrupted Mickey Mouse's sentence about you jumping into conclusions. Which you are jumping into conclusions, so don't deny it.
Oh my god, this user sucks.
What is happening? This is like as far as Jay Kizer quality videos go, this is like a trippy fucking Matrix ripping the thing out of you scene. It's just all flashing in front of our eyes.
Dude, you just interrupted her sentence about you using you bashing opinions. Which you are bashing opinions, and that proves you can't handle the truth.
This person's just screaming, though. Is that the joke? Is that what's funny nowadays?
Stop right there. Are you jumping into conclusions? You know you can be doing that. Let's just skip this part.
Joshua was not jumping into conclusions. All he used was the George Jetson bullcrap clip. That's all. And also, this shows hypocrisy. Since he claimed that Joshua, the My Hero Academia, and Puyo Puyo fan jumps into conclusions, yet you jump into conclusions yourself. Hypocrite.
His fan base is really...
I just love how he says hypocrite with such conviction. I love how Thomas the Tank Engine is just everywhere, always, in all these videos. Even, like, if... They said, just... Why is this someone's, like... I don't know why I'm questioning their fucking video editing level. It is what it is.
Toxic.
Okay, could you please stop interrupting people's interruptions? It's getting very annoying.
You're right, Jay, it is. This person sucks. This user sucks, I'm sorry.
You know what? Screw it all.
Well, that was a really short commentary. But anyways, that commentary sucked. Because Winston was kept jumping into conclusions over and over again in that commentary. Which proves they can't handle the truth. But anyways, bye.
Was he wrong? He wasn't wrong. He was correct the whole time. Oh my gosh, Tony Cashman, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. I wasn't paying attention. All I know is I saw Jay unironically has enough to get the creator role on the YouTubers Discord server. That statement isn't wrong. We can't talk about YouTubers, just, you know. If you know, you know. And there's this other user named ShadowFox. I don't enjoy them muchly, but I bet you they're in that server. They are either in that server or have been banned from that server because he does the whole, I'm going to talk about CRT for like an hour. You know who else does that? The whole YouTuber server. Like, those are his people. That's all. I just know every time ShadowFox is brought up, I'm just sitting there just knowing he's in that server. He's in that server with innocent people like me and Tony Cashman and all those other people who, like, upload Roblox videos and think that that's content. I want to see what Herbie Hops is up to. 14 hours ago, fresh off the presses. I always enjoy these. I always enjoy his content. I should watch more.
Ooh, how sharp is that? Oh, dude. That's a safety concern right there. Especially with how these kids are jumping around and bouncing around. Imagine all you hear is pop, and they break a bone or something. Somebody left their phone over here.
This is it. I already know. I mean, that shot felt a little staged, I'm gonna be honest, but who am I? I don't know. I wasn't there. He's gonna be a hero. I know it. He's gonna reach. That's why it's called doing the right thing, of course. Since I think Herbie Hops has figured out like that the COVID stuff's kind of old, like that clout's gone, so like he's actually like, you know, doing things in the present to help his community, and it's great.
I know exactly where I'm going. There's somebody just sitting over there, just doing whatever. This was on the floor in the arcade. Huh? It was over that way. Yeah.
He got it to the lost and found. I mean, doing the right thing, though, we can say you can just locate your phone with GPS. Most people do, but then again, I bet you like 90% never set up Find Your Phone and think, oh, I'll do it another day. I wanted to set this phone up and get going. And it's just like, it'd be like, you know, what are you going to do? Palm that off at the fucking cell phone ATM for $40? You might as well just turn it back in. It's not worth the effort.
See, look at me being a fucking citizen and not a thievy piece of shit that would probably turn around and sell it for money in this town. And unfortunately, this is also the same state where you have state police officers that are causing DWI charges and trafficking child pornography and being a bunch of sick motherfuckers.
That's a lot of accusations to be throwing out there, Herbie. Yeah, that's what they do. They're too busy sex trafficking in this. I forgot where he lives. But they're too busy sex trafficking that they could never take the time to, like, report something to Lost and Found or, you know, return a stolen item. Never. The cops, never.
And here I am just returning a random citizen's phone.
Shout out, though, to the cop that knocked on my door and said, ma'am, someone gave us this wallet that was laying in the middle of the road. And, of course, I had dropped it because I was walking home from work high because I'd had edibles, knowing that the clock was going to go down. And then, boom, lost it all. Said, I'm all cops are cool when they benefit me.
And people say I'm an asshole. Yeah, okay. If I wanted to, I could have turned around and sold that phone and made a couple hundred, but I didn't. I did the right thing.
Screw cops who give me a $150 traffic ticket for going 4 miles over the speed. Never mind, I'm not a boomer.
Just like how I could have taken care of my own pre-existing financial situations, but instead, I offshored $6,000 of my own hard labor wages to help out a struggling non-profit organization in California.
What is this? Is Herbie Hops invested? What? In a non-profit? So is it charity? Did he donate or did he invest? What's going on, Herbie?
Think about that for a second.
I am!
And the organizer said I didn't.
Herbie, if you ever see this, you probably won't. I did. It literally took a second to think about this. I don't know. How did you... I just don't believe you would have $6,000 all, like, saved up in an account. Well, I don't remember. Are you a good saver? Because... He just seems like a real paycheck to paycheck guy, a kind of spend the tax check on the Xbox 360 instead of buying like these things to improve the house type of guy.
I have to spend that much money to
Just an assumption.
help them out, but you know what? I did it anyways. It's like, I've got a tight friendship with a lot of these organizers. They're wanting me to take home top packages. They're wanting me to take on personal favors for them.
Plot twist, he just got a job at Amazon. Said Herbie Hops, dare I say, sometimes has the sin of embellishing things. That's why I enjoy him.
Can't imagine the final year without me being there, all because of my hard-earned efforts of trying to save their non-profit organization. Well, hopefully that guy finds out that his phone was missing. But you
I wonder if Herbie goes and, like, checks up on it. Did that guy get his phone yet? And, like, he'll probably, all the videos posted from here on out will have the clip of him returning that phone to Lost and Found, so you remember that he's a great person.
You know, some people call me an asshole, but it's just like, dude, you know how many rich people are out there?
I actually don't think anybody calls him an asshole, because, like, I don't think that many people think about him. Other than, oh, that weirdo over there. That's mean. I'm sure he's got friends. His family loves him.
That could be helping out, like charities and, you know, feeding the homeless and, you know, people in poverty. But instead they're working on sending fucking garbage to space. Why be an Elon Musk?
Though that's genius, though, about time. That should have been thought of in the 60s.
When you can be a Keanu Reeves. Because look at it this way. Keanu Reeves, he makes millions in Hollywood, right?
Elon Musk, hate him or love him, I don't think Keanu Reeves is, like, qualified to do any of the things he's done or does.
He spends his time...
I mean, Kanye would put more effort in, mind you, but that's just what I've heard. I heard that he just got stoned, like, when PayPal was thought of, and then disappeared for, like, 12 months, and then reappeared when it was finished. I heard that's what he does. I heard he's, like, a magician engineer, and that's kind of admirable.
Time with his fans. He spends his time giving off to the homeless and helping out charities. And what has Elon Musk do, except for salute Nazi shit and run his fucking mouth?
I mean, that's true. It's how I got a cabinet position, if you think about it.
Grew up in a household...
Herbie Hops laying down facts.
I lived off of peanut butter and jelly tortillas and ramen noodles and Kraft macaroni and cheese with hot dogs. I'm not over here, you know, flexing the billions of dollars that I wish I had, you know, and if that was the...
Is the mall completely empty? Probably is. I don't think he'd rant like this in public if it weren't, you know, probably an empty mall as they usually are.
Case, I'd be helping out those in need, you know? Just like I said, I contributed $6,000 of my own hard labor wages to help out a struggling non-profit organization.
But why won't he name it? I really hope the Indian scammers didn't get it.
The Bay Area. And unfortunately, you know, it didn't really get far with saving them, but a lot of the organizers have invited us back and seen everything we've done. And has even asked me for, like, personal favors.
Okay, saving them, did I miss you describing what it is?
And unfortunately, you know, it didn't really get far with saving them, but a lot of the organizers have invited us back and seen everything we've done.
I'm missing context,
Herbie. And
Herbie.
asked me for, like, personal favors for them. Now, imagine a situation where the people in Seattle end up coming across this footage in, like, the next few years. And they see what type of person that I've been.
Wait, what? Why is Seattle involved? Are you going, like, after a Starbucks sponsorship? Yeah, Tony, I don't recommend doing that in your local mall. I believe that when we are in public, we put on our best face because I hate being outside. I just want to shop in peace and everything go as planned and get out. Shopping is not for socializing. That is my stance on this. I'm sick of this everybody going to the mall to hang out with their friends. Like, okay, I'll accept you going to, you know, the food court because that's just convenient. No one has to decide where we're going. There's many choices. That's okay. But no friendship anywhere else in the store. Anyway, I just need to subscribe to Herbie Hops. Let's see. Okay, so BabsCon 2025, the pony fandom isn't dead. We're gonna get updates on BabsCon. I am curious because he's like, he's one of the still, you know, brony. There's not many of them left. So I am interested in seeing what the state of things are.
Never out of all the 5 years that I've been traveling have I ever imagined I'd be in a situation like this.
And you know, I think that we would be honored if you would be the ring bearer in that ceremony.
The what?
This is kind of what my thing with Herbie Hops is. I think back to the video where he ate the ground beef to own the libs. I grew up in Indiana. I've been related to and have gone to school with many a Herbie Hops, right? That just, you know, oh, I'm just a rebel. I'm gonna yell profanities. Like, you know, boys will be boys. That's how some of their gender do. But this room right here, now that I've never seen, you know, the personality type A with, you know, personality type MLP like this. It's like looking at a chimera is what Herbie Hops is to me. And that's a Docky right there.
Want me to handle the ring?
In the previous episode.
Oh, dude, we're so close.
And the epic story continues.
And then we're gonna be having a phone call with the event lead soon, dude. Can you imagine a situation where a non-member like myself that busted my balls...
Yeah, he is so still true and blue pony that... Brony that he's, you know, volunteering. He wants this con to stay alive. He'll do anything he has to. The last BronyCon was a religious experience for him.
To help out this event is getting phone calls and invitations from a lot of the organizers at this event. Can you imagine that fucking world, dude? If only the people in Seattle would see how crazy I've gone to help this fucking event, instead of being told to shut the fuck up about a happy experience. Man, god damn. But anyways, about the collaboration, dude, me and the event lead were working together to put a makeshift cocktail on the menu for this year's event. A makeshift fucking cocktail designated to our efforts of helping out this event. Can you believe that shit? Oh my god, man. Just to think that I've gotten support from the vice chair, the design and publications, the events lead, and maybe even one of the founders has seen all the crazy shit that we've done.
Just to think we've gotten to a point where the events lead wants to do a collaboration.
Collabs, dude. Oh, dude, he's got like the golden wings. This is like the Air Force of bronies. He's still like true and blue, this veteran. Gotta love it. That room, though, and these things on the wall, though. Even, I was an 8-year-old girl one time. I had My Little Mermaid wallpaper, it's true. But there comes a time where it's like, I'm in high school now. I can't have Disney cartoon wallpaper anymore. Like, and it's not about, I'm not saying you can't like things. That's dumb. I like Digimon. It's cool. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, but you have to not have your room look like that, because ideally you want guest and a girlfriend there one day. Girlfriend, boyfriend, I don't care. I'm not judging. I just don't recommend being an adult male and having your room look like that, is all I'm saying. Not if you ever want to get laid and feel motivated.
For this event.
Not a life coach, not a psychologist, not an expert.
a collaboration after all the balls we've busted to help save this nonprofit organization.
I got some crazy news for you guys.
What's up?
I did not see this one coming. So, the event in the Bay Area next month is the final year. And out of the 5 years...
The final year of BabsCon? Oh my god, is it dying? Is there no more BronyCons?
Years that I've been going to all of these events, including having dinner with 3 lead Netflix voice actors, I've never been in a situation like this.
What? You want me to handle the ring?
Modern day fucking Bilbo Baggins over here is gonna handle the ring. Now, like, this could actually be like someone asking him to... He's so happy. I'm so happy for him. This could actually genuinely be asking for, like, him to help with a wedding or something. You could never know, because Herbie's editing, it's like... He's an auteur. Like... You have to be really high IQ for it to make sense sometimes.
I think it would be
He mixes things out of context and not in order is what I mean.
great. I think it would be really fun. You know, we've had... Yeah, I think
Pogface!
To some good futures with the event. Hope all goes well.
Bruh. God damn it! I'm spilling my shit.
Dude. They literally put faith into me.
Like I said, Chimera, I've went to school with so many of these, but never with this.
And the fucking rings to 2 organizers. Shoutouts to my boy Mighty Fan Pups. You wish you could be fucking crazy like me. And also shoutouts to the other 2 attendees that like to start shit anytime we go to this event. You just wish you could be crazy like me, where I'm at a dinner table full of celebrities and getting phone calls from the organizers, you dumbass.
See, like here, I'll be complimentary. I don't hate this hoodie. I don't hate the art. I guess the thing with the bronies is, you know, it's Fost. It's the Ed Netty person. So, like, there's something nostalgic. So that's why you had the millennials and the older Zoomers into it. And they all bailed out when CGI ponies was a thing. It's a neat art style. There's actually good fan art of ponies. I think this hoodie looks cool. No one can judge you out in the streets. You wear what you want, king. But maybe, just maybe, put this stuff in a box and, like, hang up a fucking Scarface poster. I don't know. It seems mean and unfair. But, like, Herbie, no.
Ass fucking idiot.
Apparently, some of the drivers were from 2006. That's the same year I graduated elementary school. Like, are you fucking serious?
He isn't that old. Crazy. Oh, dude, he found a My Little Pony game out in the wild. Is he at the GameStop?
Oh my god. This game is good. This is way better than the first one.
Dude, that's the new Gen Pony too. That's like the Gen 5 that I'm super old now, I guess, so I guess that one's over too, but he's into the new stuff. That's rare. You never see that. I mean, I'm hot take 80s ponies, cuz they had their look to them. But to be honest, I'm just being edgy, dude. I couldn't watch it. They were scary. I didn't like those. I'd rather watch the fucking Gummy Bears and Sonic the Hedgehog.
This definitely has a special place in my life, dude. In my console, my inventory. Hasbro did well on that one. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people that are on this page that are even longtime fans of the channel might be knowing why I'm playing this My Little Pony game. Well, Bay Area is just around the corner. And we're talking Tabitha St. Germain, Andrea Libman, Ellie Ray Hennessy, Thom Zahler.
It does indeed seem that he don't care. He's a content creator. He's just going to walk through this mall where other people are shopping or returning things. and he's gonna be shooting his video talking about the PonyCon and playing the pony video games. He's a confident alpha male, I tell you what. But Tony, I recommend not doing this.
And Tony Flex are going to be joining us. 6 guests of honor in California. Unfortunately, the only G5 voice actor there is that is going to be joining us is Ellie Ray Hennessy. However, if we go to Seattle this year, which is the second part of our plan, there's probably about a 50% possibility that a lot more G5 voice actors are going to be showing up. All because of what happened in Arizona last year. We're going to make sure we get everybody back from point A to point B. This is it, the final year. Not only am I coming back because it's the final year, but a lot of organizers are depending on us to be there. We're not risking what happened in Arizona last year with the whole 6-hour missing luggage. You know what I gotta say about most of the state cops in the state, considering how a good majority of them are being found guilty of DWI charges and...
Dude, Herbie Hops is just straight up team fuck the local police. He's gonna let you know every video.
trafficking child porn. This is what I gotta say about the state police.
So this hasn't changed. This is his thing. Fuck the police. Drives like 20 miles over the speed limit, and like he's not the greatest driver I've seen in the past.
Come and get some, pussy. Let's go, you fucking bitch. People call me retarded, but check this out. Oh, look, there's a nice little 24-ounce can of liquor. Guess where this is going? Yep, you guessed it. Right in the back seat. I'm not touching that shit until I get home. And I swear on my dead grandmother that I'm not doing a DUI or a DWI. I'm not fucking stupid. Goddamn bag is gonna stay like that, too. Excuse me as I put this bitch in reverse and finish off what's left of the evening. Oh, that was neutral. Now it's in reverse. See, I'm a designated driver. I don't drive while I'm drunk. That is the stupidest thing to ever happen in America. And people that do it are fucking ignorant. I don't necessarily say this car is a booze-free zone, but I am booze-free behind the wheel. I'm not fucking ignorant. Call me a drug abuser or an alcoholic all you want, but at least I'm not committing a DUI or DWI, and I swear to God, that bag is still back there, by the way. I wasn't fucking kidding. I don't do that dumb shit. I was thinking, for honor of Golden Gates when we come back, yeah, some wine that's made in San Francisco.
God damn it. I can't even explain why it's funny. Yeah, probably there's vineyards in San Francisco, but I just like the idea that he just saw the San Francisco Bridge and he's like, yep, I'm going to the Bay. Herbie Hops has been an adult for a minute now, but he really loves letting you know that he's getting alcohol to get messed up on later.
It's made in San Francisco. At least I hope it's made in San Francisco. Oh, it's Livermore and Ripon, California. But you know what? It still has something to deal with the event. And you know what? Look at that price, dude.
Kroger,
Nothing
yes,
says,
reppin'.
I'll never forget you, old friend. Like a nice $3 bottle from California. We're almost there, dude.
Fucking, it's literally $3 bottle wine. Shut up, Herbie. God.
We're almost fucking there.
The final countdown.
Flight, We're not only just doing this because of, it's the final year. We're doing...
I wonder how he, I wonder if there's, a steering wheel cell phone holder, because, I really hope he's not filming himself while... People shouldn't have phones in their hands while driving. That's just my hot take.
Doing this because the organizers want us to be there. And I told them I'd give them my word on being back out there. And you know what? With all the crazy shit that I've been seeing over the past few weeks with this event, I'm fucking ready, dude. At least there was an attempt to try to help save your event, Goldie. And I will never, ever, ever forget what these organizers have done for me. If only the people in Seattle would open their fucking eyes and see everything that I've done to help out your event in California.
But he drops no context. What is going on? Why is the convention done? Because I would just assume, lack of interest and, low ticket sales, so you can't continue it because you need money to run a convention. You need money to pay these poor voice actors that go to these pony events. I wish they wouldn't do that. Like, we all know there's only 5 voice actors for, each gender. They could just, do more voice acting jobs instead of going to the conventions with, the people. Crazy, I know. Yes. I might be on Herbie Hops for a bit, but I want to know what this nonprofit charity thing is, to be perfectly honest, because I just don't see Herbie Hops having $6,000 to just be like, I'm going to save the world. I don't see it. Okay, this is as a Let's Play. This is some SMG4 stuff. Okay, we got K-Cup reviews.
I know we're opening it close to spring, but you know what? It's Christmas time. That Dunkin' Donuts coffee has come and gone, and it tastes like booty. So you know what? It's time to start the first one out of the 12 days of Christmas. Brooklyn Bean Roastery Cinnamon Subway. If only Subway sold cinnamon. It does look like Brooklyn Bean Roastery has taken over a lot of the other ones, like O Fudge and Red Velvet and Vanilla Spice. And usually I would drink this with creamer in it, but because these are flavored, I'm gonna have to bear drinking it black.
Good job, Herbie. You're gonna do this correctly. You can't taint it. You are the greatest. If I recall, he is a pretty good food reviewer. He'll let you know how it is.
Well, happy late Christmas, you filthy animal.
Now, I think that coffee might get a bit tainted by I think the Keurig needs cleaning.
Smells like an airport departure at 5 o'clock in the morning. For waiting a couple months and this coming from Hobby Lobby, that better be good. Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Like I said, usually I would put creamer in this, but because they're flavored, we're gonna have to drink it straight. So you know what? Call me disgusting all you want, but we're doing it.
Never.
It does have like a little, cinnamon scent to it. Alright, let's do it. I usually don't do coffee in the food reviews, but this is seasonal. And I've been meaning to do these for months, but now that I'm done with the whole Dunkin' Donuts bag, we can finally do it.
Herbie updates you so much. I guess his loyal followers have been following the depletion of his Dunkin' Donuts back. He's got 23k subscribers, dude. He's killing it. Yo, Tony, I just want you to know that I watched the Fate Stay Night, The Heavens Feel, the second movie. I actually don't know what's going to go down in Heavens Feel. I never finished that part of the visual novels. Gilgamesh got wrecked, dude. I think the Grail spared him just to get eaten later. I think that was his destiny. Why'd he even show up? Why'd he even bother? Stay home. That's all. I got some hot Fate takes. Okay. More Herbie Hops. I just know you're a fan of that Gilgamesh, Tony, so I just thought now was the time. Okay, random vlogs. Let's do this the great way. Videos. Because I'm liking all the new stuff. I want to know what the newer lore is. I'm a member of the Gay Baby Jail Club. Well, okay.
I swear, it's been like a couple of years, and the gay baby jail situations keep happening. It's
If you are ever at a point in your life where you have to say, I'm in a gay baby situation drama once again, stop whatever you're doing. Walk off. Go away for a bit. Just don't be doing what you're doing. That's a weird... It's just, you know, when you hear phrases you never hear in any other context ever, it's a special thing to me.
absurd. You know how Simple Flips always talks about how in gay baby jail he handpicks the people to be in there? I feel like I'm one of those people that no matter what game I play, I'm always getting involved with gay baby jail. Need for Speed Unbound was my longest gay baby jail yet. Now, just for the context of the Need for Speed Unbound gay baby jail, what had happened...
Unless these are some epic gamer terms that I can't understand, for I am a simpleton. This could be slang from 2006, I don't know.
What happened was, I was driving a modified Mitsubishi Eclipse to help out during a team event, and a cop had gotten in my way and somehow landed on my roof and put me in GBJ. I was stuck for like a couple of minutes. I couldn't get the frick out of this.
Or is that just like when you're on a multiplayer game and they send you to jail? Gamer words, man. I play farm games. You don't get sent to jail in those. Not until I'm gonna write a script for a realistic one. When we're like, it's like Oregon Trail meets Harvest Moon. Same dumb Harvest Moon things, but all your children might die because that's how life is. So Herbie Hops has been doing gaming now. He's going for that. I just want to know the lore about this money, this charity. The free unopened beer in the trash backstory. Please don't let this be a meme. You know what? We'll start with Goodbye Party City. This seems fun.
What in God's flat green earth is this fucking abomination? What the fucking Bob the Builder shit is this? What is the city doing with the money to make the streetlight look like that? Like Mars rover Curiosity landed on our planet and just turned into an abomination. Last 3 days of this location, so I'm guessing the other location's probably 3 days as well. Man. This is the one that I grew up with in my childhood. Look at how empty it is, bro.
If the poor Party City had feelings, Herbie Hops, you wouldn't be making it feeling any better, being like, look at this store and how empty and desolate and sad it is.
Just 3 more days until this one's also completely closed too. Just look how empty it is in here. Man. Oh, that dude's taking down the balloons that they have up. Just poking the hell out of them. And look at this. Last 3 days, and this is Party City. Did I just walk into a Party City, or is this like a level out of the back rooms?
Yeah, like I said, I'm not epic zoomer. I don't know about the SCPs, but I understand enough to get like the back rooms or like these terrifying, desolate office rooms or whatever. So no, this isn't like that at all. Like, unless I'm just, maybe I'm misled. I didn't know the fucking back rooms, you know, this colorful, this grand. Don't mind me, y'all. I'm just having a joyful time.
They're all having fun over there. Man.
That's kind of sad. I don't even need to say why.
This is all that's left of this Party City is just all this? Man, I came in at the wrong time to do a filming. I literally just feel like I walked into a backrooms level.
Yeah, you said that.
They're popping everything. They're going to town, dude. Yep, goodbye Party City. Nice knowing you. Good. Having fun.
Man, just all that helium gone to waste. I wonder what's gonna happen in this epic conversation that he's recording.
Blowing things up over here?
Oh, about balloon popping.
Well, I mean, it's the last 3 days of Party City. Why not blow things up, you know? Whatever it doesn't sell out of all this, who knows where it's landing up. Wow, dude. This is like the Party City I grew up with as a kid.
You said that
And
too
it's
already.
like this now. It's like we're literally walking through a backrooms level. This is sad.
Wait. He has that many subscribers, right? I just don't get... Said, I don't have that many subscribers. I don't got that many viewers. That's cool. I'm figuring things out. But, like, I know no one wants to hear the same thing said in a 3-minute video 5 times. Now, mind you, I didn't go to, like... I did boring things in college. I didn't go to no literature class or whatnot. But I am just pretty sure that that isn't what the people want.
This is literally all that's left of this Party City. It's just this and these shelves right here. And whatever's left on the balloon rack over there while the employees are smashing up and breaking things over there and having a good time.
We know.
Other than that, everything else is just shelves. Oh, and then maybe a little bit of this aisle.
Oh,
Man, there's
thank
just
goodness.
not really much left of this place. Everything is just... It's gone.
Not really.
Man.
That's just... It's
This
still
is
a ton of
all that I
crap.
can find left of this Party City. It's just a whole handful of Lindor, and they were 48 cents for
Oh, you son of a bitch. You just went there to go get cheap candy.
6 pieces. You know what sucks about this Party City is I grew up in this Party City. Not literally, but, you know, my childhood consisted of being at this location.
So that is the 4th time in a video that is 3 minutes and 11 seconds.
And now they're going to be completely leaving.
And such an
What
abrupt
else
end.
I find interesting?
Such an abrupt end. Wait. Okay, so this is Goodbye Party City the last 9 days. He's been watching the deterioration of the Party City. This is what he's doing with his day.
It's like we got the 333 of closures that's going on. You got Big Lots that just closed their doors a few weeks ago. Actually curious if they did close because they said they were closing February 26th. You can see the reflection of us in the window, but if you look through all the panes, it's just nothing but shelves in an empty department store. Close to my next flight to San Francisco. I really don't want to risk anything stupid. And there's no way.
Watching the video the other night where he had the Kit Kat bar and he's like, this is from Australia. I'll go to jail. And like, he's actually serious. He like thinks he's got like high priority crime, this illegal. It's just crazy. The things like I said, he tends to embellish things. Enough said. It's clear as day.
Way I'm gonna climb this giant ass fence when you have some utility people back there. Makes me wonder something. And like I said, I have a flight to San Francisco that I'm catching in April, and I don't want to be serving 90 days in jail for trespassing or paying a $300 fine, especially when I got a $1,000 hotel that I need to pay for with all the money that I can save.
It's like, to be serious here for a moment. You could be saying, okay, so he's going to repeat himself 4 times, watch the deterioration of the Party City. That's it. Whatever, this guy. Why would you watch this? Why are you finding this entertaining? The joke of it is, the fact that he is recording this, he uploaded it, he said, this is great content, and published it, and said, man, the subscribers are gonna love this, me telling you about the death of the Party City. And that was his day. This is what he's doing. It's like, the end of Watchmen. This is just I guess it's all just a cosmic joke. I don't know.
Up, and our flight is supposed to be leaving in 48 days. So, yeah, I'm not risking trespassing. Party City, that's on their last 9 days. And in less than, I think, 32 days from me filming this, Bay Area Spectacular in California is going to be doing their final year after nearly 11 years of operation because of dropping attendance and financial issues. So you have 2 organizations and a non-profit organization that are closing their doors. Well, technically the non-profit being a My Little Pony convention, but...
Okay. The non-profit, because it's probably just a convention that breaks even, all the money that they get for tickets and shit go right into the event, right? Therefore, it's non-profit. Now, as I said, Herbie Hops likes to embellish things. He made it seem like he's... Because he said, I could have saved them, and I'm thinking, the orphans in Africa? What? Of course it was BabsCon. Of course it was pony-related. Joke's on me.
They're also closing their doors. So you have Big Lots that went out in February, these guys that are going out in March, Party City, and then in April you have Bay Area Brony Spectacular that's closing their doors after nearly...
What? Is this a conspiracy? The Party City's related to the closure of the BronyCon. What? Yeah, Big Lots was involved as well. He's probably got like a cork board. Well, no, we saw his room. He doesn't have any place to put the cork board. See, that's why you gotta clear some stuff off the wall there, Herbie.
11 years. So you got the 333 right at the start of 2025. But then again, you also got to take in consideration that that's in California. But there's also other ones that I've read from that Facebook video that are scheduled to close in the next 5 years. Joanne was mentioned, and look at what's happening. Joanne is already closing. I believe they also said that Macy's, JCPenney's, GameStop, and for whatever reason, Lowe's. I don't know about if Lowe's is too entirely true or not, because that's like a home department store. But it could be possible.
But, man, every time I'm going to see one of these businesses now when I go to my local mall, I'm going to think, I can't believe you all got that BronyCon canceled and put all them Big Lotses out of business. Really, I think this is just like the big, huge Amazon behemoths fucking crushing the small pony conventions. It's a David Goliath story. I'm picking up what Herbie Hops is putting down.
What is this, the Hunger Games? Jesus Christ, lady, look at all those balloons. There's 9 days left of this place until they're out of business for good. Big Lots is already completely gone. These guys are down on their final last 9 days. Everything's now 70 to 80% off. 9 days. They're still doing the buy 4 or more Halloween at $5 each, so. Looks like somebody bought out all the Netflix generation outfits. Find weird is
that he could look at just the barcode. The barcode, and most people can't. Most people can't read them digits, and the freaking they don't usually go to this store, or look for that item when it's not on the shelf. You know what I mean? You just don't look for the barcode. But just the fact that Herbie, he either zoomed in on that's a My Little Pony, or he does go to this Party City every day. I feel like he goes to every store to check up on whatever My Little Pony merch is in stock. And he's just, checking, once it's not in stock anymore, once the shelf's empty of all the pony stuff, it's really over.
This was part of it. I think this was, her wings or something. Yes.
He's watching, the end of his civilization. He's like one of the movies about being the last man on Earth. It's nuts.
See? This is, her wings to go with it. This is all that's just left. It's just that. At least we did get a costume for Jenna Warren design, so I'm not too bummed about it. So at least we
have an extra one sitting at the house that we'll just have to bring when she gets announced as a guest of honor. And then we'll have her... The fuck?
Aw, dude, is this gonna be a ghost episode?
As I was saying was, we'll have her autograph it, sign it, help out some kids in need, some charities. This is $8 because it's at 80% off? You know, call me a weirdo all you want, but you know what?
He's gonna buy it.
If it involves getting signed by the official voice actor and then, you know, turned around and sold...
Oh, well, if it's charity, if you could spend $8, get some signatures, and, like, auction it off for even, like, $50, that's nice thinking, Herbie. Sorry I dissed.
For a better cause. $8 is not that bad of a deal. I know she'll be back in Seattle this year, but we'll hold on to it just in case if something does come about.
The 3-year-old don't know what a voice actress is, but like I said, for charity would be the point.
That she ends up becoming a GOH, and then we'll help out those that are unfortunate. Man, look at this place.
All right. We've seen the demise of the Party City. Who is this person reporting on their local Bed Bath Beyond? He's feeding into the conspiracy. The Bed Bath & Beyond in Bellarue Crossroads, Washington area closed about 4 or 5 years ago, but is set to reopen as something else. Now the Party City here is closing, along with the Joann fabric store that was recently renovated a year ago. It's really unfortunate and it's disheartening to see. I'm worried. There's a read more? Why? Thanks for reporting on your local mall, dude. That's just...
In God...
You know, the internet. Everybody's here. Isn't it wonderful? They used to say the United States was the melting pot of, you know, the world. And then along came the internet. I feel like there's some positive things that got better. Like this channel. What would Herbie Hops be doing if he wasn't making these videos? This is probably a good outlet for him. I'm going back to positivity mode here. I am happy for anybody who is living their best life. And like I said, he's just mad at the state police, but it's fine because he goes vroom vroom in the car. There's so many BabsCon. Okay, probably gonna do that one. Alright, hold on here. I don't know about that, Herbie Hops. Like I said, I really don't want to be a hater. And as I click this and remind you that the cosmic joke is he records it and uploaded it, he uploaded his, like, brother dying and his mother crying about it. Like, you know, this very human, horrible, private thing that shouldn't be uploaded to YouTube. He uploaded it to YouTube.
One of the things that I recently learned about this is there is some disgusting ass people in today's society that take a photo of somebody's product behind these doors and then they turn around and illegally sell the item for an illegal profit, sometimes without the freaking consent of their original, you know, content creator or artist, and they make money illegally off of the items. And I didn't even know that that was a thing. I didn't even know we had some disgusting ass forgery type stuff that goes on where people are forging illegal copies of other people's artwork and then turning around and selling them as a profit. So all I got...
It's been a dangerous world out on that internet, you know, lately. unmoderated Twitters, people, scamming and whatnot. It just, horrible things happen every day. But rest assured, and as Herbie is reminding us, art theft is the thing you will never get the fuck away from. It is not tolerated. The opinion of doing that will never fucking be tolerated. And if Twitter finds out, you might as well just, don't leave your house.
Says, I was in the wrong and these people were right.
Just kidding, none of those people would leave their house, so what are they gonna do?
And I didn't even know that was a fucking thing a couple years ago. Right past these doors is the vendor section. I'm not filming in here, so I'm cutting the cameras off. And we'll see you guys in like an hour.
Wonder why he doesn't want to film in the vendor section. What are they selling?
And I kept true to my word. As soon as I entered that door frame, I shut all the cameras off. I'm not even hiding anything. I literally shut all the freaking...
Great content. Dude, what would Herbie Hops' role in YouTubers be? This is... You guys... I'm going to turn off the camera before I go in the vendor area, and then I turned off my camera because I'm a man of my word. I love it. I love these videos. I love that he updates so frequently as well.
Cameras off. As soon as I went right through that door frame, I pulled out my wallet and I started throwing money at all these vendors. Not literally throwing money at them, but I did keep to my promise about not doing anything stupid like I did a few years ago. And guess what? I kept to that promise. I'm literally being dead.
Find out the $6,000, to the nonprofit that was the convention, was him just like spending it all on merch in the vendors area. And he's like, I'm sure that supported the con somehow. I supported a nonprofit, and that's how his room got that way.
Dead ass serious. I'm not even hiding any extra footage. Right when I passed these door frames, I immediately shut off the camera system and went back to being a regular customer. I'm not even fucking lying. That's awesome. Before heading off for the event, I just wanted to do a recap and look back at some of the greatest moments during the 10-year anniversary, and I will go ahead and give a disclaimer.
This is... Said Deadwing, when Deadwing streamed Herbie Hops, he had this huge video that was like him reliving the last BronyCon, the last official one, and it was like a religious experience. And now it's like he's gonna do this for the con that he went to the year before. I'm hype. But I'm pretty sure, I bet you though we're just gonna hear a lot about how, since he doesn't have you, well no, he might show us photos and whatnot, but it's gonna be a lot of, I'm supporting this. It sucks that it's gone. Party City's gone as well.
I did do and say some things in 2022 that was not professional of me. So much misleading, so much of the staff jumping my fucking case. Fucking COVID-19 restrictions, you fucking name it, dude. I honestly don't.
It's a hotel though, how hard the fuck is it to social distance there? Go away, I say, when I'm in a hotel.
I don't know if I'd be back. Honestly, if I had to say so myself, I might be heading to Seattle next. I don't know if I'm going to attend another year here.
It's why the fucking carpet in every hotel, no matter how great or how cheap, is ugly as fuck, because they don't want you lingering around too much. Get out of here.
If I had to say so myself, this is speaking from future me and not past me, if I could ever go back in time, I would beat the fuck out of my old self for everything that I've ever said about this event.
Oh, see, he's matured. He probably has recognized that he was, being a little angry on the video.
Like, I would literally beat the shit out of my old self for this. Because, going back in time through all this footage, I fucking hate all the garbage that comes flying out of my mouth just because a few years ago, just because I was just going through the worst times possible. I fucking hate it. And you know what? I'm also going to say this. I'm also glad that the organizers have forgiven me for everything I ever said back then, because this is unacceptable behavior for myself, and I fucking hate every single thing that I've ever said that came flying out of my mouth years ago. It was unprofessional of me, it was unwelcome, and you know what? It was intolerable. I was a dickhead. I was a stupid idiot.
We don't often see this unless it's an apology video, and the apology video usually comes after a whole bunch of users have grabbed their pitchforks and made their hate videos. He's doing this pre-apology video. He's saying, I'm looking back and I'm not proud of myself. This is great.
Idiot. Before heading off to the event next month and some of the footage from last year, there
I'm not going to care by the fourth time he's going to retell this story, though.
was another event that we went to before we came back to California last year. And it was Everfree Northwest 2023 with 6 of the lead Netflix voice actors of Make Your Mark, in which we had some of the greatest experiences.
So I think that Make Your Mark is the new pony stuff. He's still carrying the torch, and he's like, the voice actresses from it, that's their cred, that's their clout. I met them. They're voice actors at cons and wrestlers at cons. Not that big of a deal.
This happened.
I can't believe it.
Some of them even still living with me to this day that I wish I can go back and experience those moments again.
I was actually sitting at the same table with all these Netflix celebrities having coffee and dinner with them, dude.
He's crying. You know when he wasn't crying? When his mom was crying, when his brother was laying dead in a hospital bed. Just saying. It's true.
During the time frame...
I'm not going to play it because I don't do bad vibes like that on this stream. I'm just saying he just cried about being at the same table as 3 Netflix voice actresses. You know, they're so great and wonderful he can't even say their first names. They're just the pony voice actresses. I'm sure they love that.
Of the event, I yet again wanted to apologize because there was some things that I should have just shut the fuck up about.
Because last year in California, I got lied to, I got treated like shit. I was looking forward to a lot of events that never happened. I was pissed off, I was slamming doors, I was getting like mildly irritated to the point where I tried to go home early.
The trope you never see coming, where he explains, I feel bad about who I was last year, and then he does a flashback to him also feeling bad about how he felt last year. This is just like next level shit. Like, YouTubers couldn't come up with this. That Shadow Wolf certainly couldn't.
Like, I didn't want to be there last year. I skipped over that event this year. I go to a different one. And everything that I was hoping on happening actually happened.
It wasn't just the event that some unfortunate things happened.
So in 4 minutes and 18 seconds, we've heard basically the same thing twice. I'm keeping count.
The years following the event, I was going through a lot of just stressful situations. I was literally one phone call away from landing up in a mental institution, or ending up in jail, or severely injuring myself.
There's I have mental health, guys. I know that seems mean, but I feel like this is the 7th time I've heard this in a Herbie Hops video. I mean, 7 separate videos, probably 7 times in the same video, so like 7 to the power of 7. I forgot how math works, but you know what I mean. You probably don't. That's fine.
My Nana had passed away in
AI exists, math is stupid. Learn how to make glasses and cut hair. Robots can't take hair cutting jobs. No one wants that.
2020. She was, I guess, sick from COVID, died in her sleep. And then we had issues with law enforcement, a car that was going through parts every single week. The delivery company wasn't really paying out much of any money to be very supportive of this event. And I just was going through the worst times imaginable. And to top it all off, in 2018, Regal Cinemas had gotten bought out by some new CEOs. And the new CEOs that took over the place, they do not give a fuck about anybody.
What does Regal Cinemas got to do with the PonyCon and how you acted last year? What did... Like I said, he's a different kind of storyteller, Herbie Hops. Very, very, it would win an Oscar if this could translate to, a budget, I'm sure.
They started threatening people with disabilities to quit their jobs. They started attacking the general manager that I was working with that had a mouth to feed, a newborn kid. Basically, they were telling him to fuck off. And,
I have a feeling that's not how it went down. I just have a feeling.
Don't belong. I will go ahead and take some full responsibility ahead of time that I did say some things a few years ago that I never meant. I was just going through a very rough time. And,
okay, so we're at guilt, mental health twice, and bad space 3 times in 5. We're gonna turn this nerdy. This is like a fantasy. This is a fantasy stats game right here. I bet I regret who I was last year is gonna happen 8 times. I'm gonna watch this whole video. That's how it's gonna be.
yeah, I wanted to do a live reaction to some of the greatest moments from last year. So we're going to go back through some of the great...
Clearly, I need math practice, so this is how it's going to be exercised today.
Times, and I'm even going to fill you guys in on some missing details.
And now today is the day that we start getting ready to have...
I also got... This is what I mean. Very crazy editing.
Out for San Francisco. And, we pulled a lot of strings. We made a lot of phone calls. We made a lot of apologies. We contributed thousands of dollars.
Where is this? This is like a poster of, like, eclairs. But his hair's, like, all wet. So which, like, implies he's in a bathroom. Like, this could be a rail. What? Why do you... I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too far into it. I'm just looking at his face right now. He looks like, whoa.
We're bringing in a lot of items for the charities, the staff members, the other attendees, free items for the table today. And
such a charitable man, in case you didn't understand. He's the greatest human being ever. He gave $6,000 to a non-profit charity. During COVID, he did DoorDash, right? He was a hero because he brought all those people who were stuck inside food. Fucking hero. He's not allowed to work for DoorDash anymore. It's Grubhub now, I guess.
Let's just hope everything goes well.
After a 2-hour layover, it's finally almost time. I guess here we come, San Francisco. A very long, tiring here we come.
So just some advice to any fellow travelers out there. We are never landing in Arizona again. Sky Harbor International Airport is a fucking joke. So we were supposed to leave Arizona at 8:45 in the morning, but instead we were on delay until 10:18 to San Francisco. And apparently there was a radio traffic controller issue in San Francisco International preventing a 2-hour delay. Now, it's not because of the flight delay.
This is the most exciting part of YouTube content. This is how PewDiePie made it big. Listen, it's when you get on an airplane and you let everybody know about how annoying it is at the airport. Fucking hype content. Put a pog face right here.
Delay that happened, but the amount of times we had gotten fucked over in Arizona during our way back to the Bay Area, I've decided that enough was enough with that airport. So on the way to San Francisco, we had a 2-hour delay because of a flight control issue. But on the way back from San Francisco,
he's clipping.
One of these people from Southwest didn't even bother scanning in my luggage tag or loading it on the correct flight. So you have this whole suitcase full of 10-year anniversary goods from California that went fucking missing for 6 hours. Now, Southwest did compensate for the damages, which was the 6-hour delay, but they never compensated for the 2-hour delay because of the air traffic controller issue. When I was in Arizona,
Herbie sounds like he was just like one straw away from wanting to talk to someone's manager.
During the layover, the whole airport was fucking empty. Like, I feel like...
I mean, I hate it when things don't go as planned. I'd be fucking pissed. I'd be freaking out, honestly. But not really, because I just expect it to happen. How can you just put a friggin' luggage on a conveyor belt and expect it to get back to you in a completely different state? We should just be thankful for the luggage that is found. It's crazy to me. I'm gonna check this volume very quick because he's like peeking in my headphones.
Like you'd have more foot traffic going somewhere in Japan than you would in Arizona.
Yeah, he's loud enough that low. He's fine.
You wanted me to come back to your event. It is time for me to come back to your event.
You know, it obviously couldn't function without him because he gave $6,000, but I don't know if the state of California was clamoring for Herbie Hops. I think they got enough Herbie Hopses.
I've been gone 2 years. I missed out last year. It's time Daddy comes home with the milk and the cigarettes. Because here I come, bitch.
I'm just imagining sitting behind him or in front of him when he says that. I think I would die fucking laughing. I don't know how full this plane is, but no way that was, kept to himself there. That badass fucking Bruce Willis-like delivery.
The reason there was a giant jump cut there from being on a plane to being at the hotel, and I will apologize in advance, because of the whole 2-hour layover.
Oh, that jump cut, you're gonna do like a commentary and explain, but not, the here's my slick back hair next to a picture of an eclair? That one was just artistic.
In Arizona, specifically Sky Harbor International, both.
I'm sorry I'm harping on this. It's just 22K subscribers,
Both my phone and my battery pack were completely dead. So by the time I had gotten to San Francisco, the hotel was ready before we even got there. So I was at San Francisco International with nothing besides a 9% battery left. And when it goes to 9%, or at least anywhere below 15%, it doesn't save any of the videos. It doesn't save any of the photos. And it's like a gamble to try to, conserve as much battery power as possible, or just snap in a few photos and just hope that the device saves it, or it's just completely gone into the void. So the reason that there's a huge jump cut between the plane and the hotel was because my phone was at 9% that day, and I was still...
You know what else I love in my cool hype YouTube content? People keeping me tabs on what their cell phone percentage was at times of the day. I'm watching this whole thing. I was once, the first videos I put on this channel, I unlisted them because I don't want people to find the video where I'm screaming at the audiobook channel again. I don't know why I did that. They didn't deserve that. This shouldn't be a bully channel. Anyway. I used to review YouTube videos. That's how the audiobook thing happens. So I'm just rediscovering my roots. So I gotta criticize the content. Not Herbie Hops, of course. He's a hero.
Trying to find where my luggage was, trying to keep an eye out for the shuttle bus, everything. And yeah, we were off to a very rough start that day because of what happened in Arizona. But at least the event got better. And when I mean the event got better, I mean it got way better. There was no COVID-19 regulations. We weren't treated differently, pushed around, lied to, misinformation, the whole 9 yards like we dealt with 2-3 years ago. This was a very productive year. And you know what? Honestly, I'm going to say this right up. It was a good call coming back. Even though, you know, I said, I honestly don't know if I'd be back a few years ago. Coming back last year was actually the greatest call of coming back.
So in an hour and a half, we will be doing day 0 here at the 10-year anniversary of Bay Area Spectacular. It feels so weird being back at this hotel nearly 2 years later since we were last here. What?
Thank goodness the plushie's here. Some exciting visuals, you know, because I also don't recommend. I think I have the right to criticize YouTube videos because screw making content, who cares, that's kind of cringe. Whatever. What is this stream? I am a YouTube viewer. HBO Max and YouTube, really, those are the goats. Those are what you need. Steal Disney Plus. That's how you get by. Those are the important ones. That is what I watch all day. I watch many YouTube videos. And so I can tell you, I don't enjoy seeing hotel carpet. And I don't see it in most YouTube videos I watch that get millions of views. Hot tip. I'll post that in YouTubers. Don't film hotel hallways. Your CPR will go up 7%, I'll tell them. Then I'll get banned for not being serious, I'm sure.
Look at this, dude. Holy shit.
The reason I had gotten very excited about this part is this is the top of the line $3,000 sponsorship that the event in California had to offer. And the reason that I threw about $3,000 on the table was because this event was going through a massive financial situation.
Thought it was $6,000. Or maybe the $6,000 is for BabsCon 2025 and he did $3,000 for the one before. So, you know, Herbie, though, at least he be working. Most users are just like, dang, that'd be cool if that could happen. That sucks that that's closing down. Herbie is a fan. More fan than just saying, I like this thing. This is my opinion. Salute to My Little Pony. No, Herbie does the work to keep it alive. I gotta appreciate that on some level.
And I had busted my balls trying to help these guys, you know, trying to get more people through the door, you know, financial issues and just being very supportive. And when I heard about...
I think the compliment I just gave him sounds way better than what he keeps doing because it makes me want to take it all back.
About the news that there was a massive $50,000 financial situation in 2023, I literally said to myself, oh, fuck no, this is not happening. That $3,000 I probably could have used on my pre-existing financial situations. But then again, I wanted to help out a struggling nonprofit organization.
Sorry. Just, of course, you know, of course.
And you know what's even funnier is after we came back to California last year, in 2023, aside from all the, you know, Everfree Northwest stuff, 2023 was the stupidest year of assholes I've ever seen in this entire state. You had state police officers that were trafficking child porn and methamphetamines and marijuana and causing DWI charges.
Every time the crimes of the state police are mentioned, notice that there's more crimes added on. Or maybe since I'm, you know, newest to oldest, maybe less, maybe some charges got dropped. Maybe he's learned forgiveness. But he still hates some state troopers, vroom vroom.
You had a movie theater that was involved in an active shooting. You had some kid at my job that caused property damage. This right here was also another thing of saying, you know what? Fuck the people in this state. I'm offshoring the money to some people that can really use it.
It's so freaking...
Offshoring. The convention's in San Francisco.
It's... Oh my god. I fucking love it.
And yes, you guys can tell by my excitement that I was very excited to finally get my hands on one of these. In 2022, there was...
Like said, I understand how someone could like this art style, and this seems like I've gotten a custom plushie before. It looks like shit, but I couldn't tell the person who I paid money to make it that. That would be rude. So I got this shitty custom doll and I never got another one again. But this is quality. This is nice to be proud of. I don't know if it has to be a still image on most of your video. I don't recommend that. Hot tip number 3.
A plushie with a light up National Air and Space Association helmet. It was like the sickest thing I've ever seen. Unfortunately, I didn't make enough money to get one of those that year because, like I said, that was the year where, you know, my Nana passed away, the delivery service, you know, Regal Cinemas telling people to fuck off.
He collects these tragedies, you see. His tragic backstories. He was talking about his like I said, I've known Herbie Hopses. I guess I've seen people talk this way where instead of saying this happened this many years ago, they can they measure events like before or after this happens. Like, okay, this was my life after my aunt died. This was my life before my aunt died. You know, much like we do with AD and BC. So it's fine.
So I was kind of bummed out that I missed out on that. And Nostalgia Edition in 2023, I wasn't present for the event because I needed some time away. So I went to the event in Seattle instead. So when I came back last year to bust my balls to help these guys out with getting out of a miserable situation that nobody should ever ask for, I was freaking excited to finally get my hands on one of these after so many tries. And even a year later, it is still one of my personal favorites.
Blake Chandler can go fuck himself. He ain't got nothing on this.
Who's Blake Chandler, and what do you do to deserve that opinion bashing, sir? That opinion bashing could happen to anybody. It could happen to you. It could happen to me. We don't need to be spreading this negativity.
I can see why now they're expanding all over the fucking place now, man. Dude, yeah. Now they got some supposedly in Albuquerque now that they're gonna try to open up.
When we went to In-N-Out Burgers in Millbrae, which is about 5 to 10 minutes down the road from the Regency, I kid you guys not, we spent $80 at the In-N-Out Burgers in Millbrae that night.
Yeah, because you're a tourist and you'd pay the price for it. That's how supply and demand works. Economy lesson, YouTube hot tip number 4.
We bought like 4 trays of fries, 5 hamburgers, 2 drinks, 2 shirts. We went overboard when we were in San Francisco. This was our only opportunity of heading back to this restaurant that is like world renowned, and we weren't gonna pass up the opportunity.
Thank you for the censor, Herbie. I'm glad I was spared that. All the F-bombs and whatnot, though, that's no big deal.
Of stuffing our fucking faces when we got there.
Yeah,
no
like, don't censor that one.
Passing up. Call us a nutcase if you will, but we spent like $80 at the fucking In-N-Out that night.
So we're back in California. And
oh, so some quick lore to explain why he has so many subscribers. It isn't these hard-hitting videos. These get like 600 views. He made a sound effect. It's like Pingus.mp4 or something. It's just someone, I think it's Robotnik from Sonic going like Pingus or something. Okay, and then you got SMG4 that's got like 8 million subscribers, right? It stole the sound effect. I think this is what happened because I hear that's what they do. They steal other people's content and then just put Mario's over it and then everybody likes it and goes, yay. But like, it's not that impressive. It doesn't deserve 8 million, but they love it. Anyway, I think what happened is instead of getting mad that his sound effect got stolen, he just Well, one, he made sure that people went to his channel to go find the original sound effect. That's probably how he got the subscribers. But I think he acts like he was a member of the SMG4 like YouTube channel, like that he was like an employee of it. I think they just stole his sound effect and he was like, "Oh my god, we're friends." That's my headcanon, but it just seems like that's what I've put together with context clues.
And day 0 is over, but I'll tell you one thing though.
No, that was mine.
That part was one of my most favorite reactions at the time, because the reason being is only 12 of those plushies are made, and they're very hard to get, by the way. You have to either spend like $3,000 to get one of these plushies, which is $500 itself just to make, or you have to get authorization from the founder to get any of these made. And the reason that I was like, no, that was mine, was like, this was, like I said, the first ever time that I ever got a chance to take home one of these and hold one of these. It was a fucking life-changing experience. It was really cool to finally land up where we can finally take home one of these. And I know like $3,000 is a lot of money, but you also got to take in consideration.
$3,000 turned to $6,000, and it didn't save them. He tried to save them. I was hoping doing the whole video because I need to know what he felt was necessary to put in a 46-minute video. It's very important for my science. This is YouTube Class 101 Masterclass right here. But like the BronyCon one, he had videos. I guess it's kind of the same. He told the airport story. I guess I just erased that out of my brain. But like he was like, and I went to Panda Express, and this is what I ate at Panda Express, and I had my stuffed animal, and I hugged it in the streets of Atlanta. And then there was this concert. It was cool. Like, we went through the whole thing. This is a lot of hotel rooms and a lot of pony plushes. I'm giving another -6 points.
Consideration that this event was going through a lot of financial situation, and I wasn't going to sit there with my fucking dick in my hand doing nothing about it.
I'm sorry, Goldie. I didn't mean to do that. This $3,000 badge, that's all metal and has our name all over it and everything. We pulled a lot of strings to get this thing.
So here's an interesting fact.
Turns out the $3,000 went to the mold to fucking custom make that, and you know, he's the only one that would want it.
Single frame right here was probably about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I usually set my alarm for like 5 o'clock in the morning every time we go to these events, so that way I can go take some extra photographs, videographs, whatever.
I'm sure there's no better picture on the internet of this Hyatt Regency hotel than this blurry ass mess.
I know I did say videographs and probably doesn't make any sense, but basically providing some extra photography and videography we can work with, just in case we need some extra footage to put in later, or some extra photos to look back at from a good time. So about this time, I think it was like...
Hot YouTube tip number 6. Show, don't tell. Do a montage. Do some star wipes of all your photos. Just this hotel picture, huh? YouTubers, man, this would be in feedback and no one would say anything. Either people are super rude on there or they won't be rude. No one wants real criticism on their YouTube videos that I'm giving. I will be the vigilante out here in the streets.
Like 6 o'clock in the morning, me and the boys, we went down the way to go to a restaurant to find out that the place was not open until 11. But hey, at least it still makes good for some extra photographs and videos.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I'm in the vendor section, and all I'm going to say right now is no, I am not going to be showing any of the vendors for the concerns of their privacy, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about a reason why.
Once again, being a good man, he's letting us know he shuts off his phone when he... It's probably a rule. It's probably like, shut your phone off, because they're probably selling some questionable things that they don't want posted on the internet, you know. But, like, he's bragging about following a rule.
So, I didn't even know this until recently some staff members brought it up. But one of the reasons they jumped on my case 2 years ago was because I was filming in the vendor section, and
Hot YouTube tip number 7. Get a video editor and put something here. Gosh. At least Tony Cashman finds some milk jugs in his kitchen. Herbie Hops can't even be bothered.
apparently I didn't know we had such disgusting people in the world. But the reason that they were being so protective about the vendor section, especially the 18 plus, is because people take snapshots of somebody else's art and then turn around and illegally reproduce it for a profit. And I didn't even know that that was a fucking thing.
He didn't know that plagiarism was a thing. Now, he's a Zoomer. I don't know. This might be some millennial boomer stuff, but I don't know what these public schools are teaching you all anymore, to be perfectly honest. He's just now learned what plagiarism is. I feel like that's one of the things you learn in middle school and high school, and then in high school again. It's a vocabulary word at some point. I don't know. Given whatever state he's from, an F.
So all you're gonna hear in this clip is just audio and no video. And this is the only clip that I'm taking. Just to let you guys know the reason why I'm not gonna be filming in the vendor section.
You told us.
Because, you know, for their privacy and their artwork, as well as the amount.
How's come the pony vendors deserve privacy, but not the Party City workers? Or just, you know, probably bummed that they're all losing their jobs or only got to work there for like 2 weeks and had to keep moving that merchandise to the front and dealing with all the sales and weird people and whatnot. Him coming in every day to film it. Like, screw their privacy, but the pony people, they do art, you know?
Of disgusting people in today's society that turn around and forge the artwork illegally. I will be protecting their privacy, but we are in the vendor section right now.
This part right here is something I didn't understand the first time we were there until a member of staff clarified it, and it starts to make a lot more sense. Technically, what people do in a situation like this is they take a photograph of somebody's artwork and then turn around and distribute it illegally to make a profit, which in this sick, twisted world would make a lot of sense. So, yet again, I wanted to apologize for the situation a few years ago. I was unaware of the whole situation where these guys...
Oh, dude, we made it almost like 10 minutes without him bringing up that he's mad about who he was last year. Maybe if he keeps putting out bad YouTube videos, time travel will get invented. Is that what he's planning to do? I think so.
At least just some random people. They take photos and illegally distribute them. And it wasn't me being an asshole. It was the staff members looking out. And I really wanted to point that out after this. Because that was one thing I really didn't understand the first time we were there. But I wanted to give huge props to Ardent for pulling that out. I never even knew that was a thing. That these people do this type of disgusting shit.
Alright, so we got...
Back to plagiarism. But... this looks ugly, even by pony art standards.
Got these from the official artist of the event.
That's cute, I guess. Not that, though.
This is a little mystery bag, so I wonder what's inside. Artwork.
This is one of the interesting things I wanted to point out.
When Herbie Hop said this is going to be an interesting thing I want to point out, get your fucking seatbelts on. Oh, I'm excited.
This particular artist has been a very supportive organizer friend of mine for months. She's been helping me out with the unofficial Facebook album. She's been keeping me in the loop with some new artwork. Recently, as of, I think, about a month ago, I just actually filed a commission with her. And usually I'm not interested in doing commissions.
He's buying art. He's probably going to frame it and put it on his wall with all of his other pony stuff. That's lovely. He's acting like, you know, he's probably going to make like a, it's nice that I'm helping an artist in a world that the AI is stealing all their jobs. Because like I said, like I think he understands that the COVID thing's getting kind of old now, so he needs a new stick. He's going to commission art, and that's going to make him a hero now. just like donating to the con that he likes.
But I've seen the type of art that she's done before, and it's absolutely amazing stuff. She is one of the 4 to 5 supportive staff members that we've grown a trustable friendship with ever since we made our return during the event last year. The other ones being the vice chair, the events lead, and maybe even one of the founders.
I don't know what it's supposed to do, but fuck it. We'll find out, won't we? So it's almost time for us to go to the dinner event with Andrea Libman. And you know what? I'll show you what's new, motherfucker.
This part I wanted to point out because
I'm not gonna lie, I zoned out on what was interesting about the gold ticket or whatever, because you know I'm joking when I said buckle in. But how important could that point would... How interesting was it? Because he's got something else interesting to point out in this still frame.
because I talked about this recently on my YouTube page, and for whatever reason, I've gotten so much dislikes about it. The reason that I wear suits with fancy clothes to these non-profit organizations is to stand out above everybody else. Like, I'm not going to show up to a VIP dinner event wearing some rinky-dinky-ass, stinky-ass clothes looking like a fucking homeless person off of the side of a street. Especially if we're talking, you know, we're sitting there with, like, a director or comic book artist or a voice actor. There's no fucking way I'm going to sit there with some ugly-ass, bum-ass clothes when I'm trying to make myself stand out.
Oh, he's just flexing on us. Is this what the kids call the look-smaxing? I guess it is. Like, he's like, man, he's probably thinking, I get what he's laying down. He's like, they're probably assuming I'm going to show up in some cringe Walmart $12 clearance Pinkie Pie shirt or something. No, 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 no. I've got a custom-made tie, motherfuckers, and I know how to put on a button down. That's more than most people can do, Herbie, you know. Most of the people in your type of fandom.
You know, during this time, we actually did go to the dinner event, which was the first time that we actually got invited to the dinner event in California. The year prior, unfortunately, I didn't see any of the meet and greets happen, even though I had access to it. And in 2023, as I stated previously, I wasn't present for the event for Nostalgia Edition because, you know, I needed a little time away, so I ended up going to Seattle instead. And even in Seattle, we had some of the craziest shit go down with 3 of the lead Netflix voice actors.
When he said crazy as shit, I'm thinking, well, you know, he just up and moved. Like, some things could be crazy, and it's like, well, and I don't even know if he means, like, moved, like, he lives there now, or they moved the convention there, he flew there for, like, a vacation. Whoever knows with this Herbie Hops, he's wild.
Of Make Your Mark. It was fucking...
The audacity that it's, I met these voice actresses, though, after such build-up. That's what's interesting, huh? God, if only you'd told me that already.
Wild. But for it to actually happen on our first ever return nearly 2 years later just definitely gives a lot of credibility that, yeah, these things do actually happen. And another thing I want to talk about is with wearing suits, I want to stand out above...
What? I'm not going to bother rewinding, just that made no sense.
Everybody else, especially for, like, helping out kids with cancer or autism, or we're looking professional.
It's cool that you're helping yourself, Herbie.
I don't want to go showing up to a dinner event
just like all your other heroics,
looking like an ugly ass bum off the side of a road. Like, bro, like, I put down good money. I help out these organizations. I even help out charity and, you know, these nonprofits. I'm not gonna...
Let's be real. No, he doesn't. The nonprofit is this. It's because the nonprofit you're meeting the voice actresses. That's what you paid $3,000 for, the special pass. You could eat dinner with them. And this event is obviously not making enough money. It's just like you're a shareholder of a party. Basically, it's a party and you bought all the liquor. But it's not your house, so I guess it's a cool compromise. It's okay to be happy.
I'm gonna show up like some raggedy ass homeless person fucking going to a free dinner event. Like, fuck that.
I'll show you what the fuck is new!
what the fuck? Bruh. As you all know, we've been gone from the event for a couple.
I'm surprised you didn't linger on that more. That seems like a hate crime. That's like going to a Catholic church and like turning their crosses and like Jesus is upside down. You just don't do that. That's rude. Can't believe that.
Couple of years, and
if this was in the days of BronyCon, if this was the days of Friendship is Magic, that would have not been tolerated.
the artwork they went with this year is just too fucking goddamn adorable, and I love it. They decided to do a Willy Wonka themed 10-year anniversary. Just look how fucking nice that artwork looks, man.
This was the first time back at the event in 2 years, and I will give props to every single artist that was
I'm sorry, this is just the most autistic thing I've heard all day.
Involved with the productions of 2024 and 2025. Those two were the greatest years I have ever seen. So
Jay Kizer knows how to, like, construct a format so much better than Herbie Hops. And Herbie Hops has a driver's license. I'm just saying this stuff out loud for scientific reasons, just to document into the ether. Much like a Jay Kizer video. That's currently my opinion. Jay Kizer gets the W in video structure. This is a YouTube masterclass after all, so we'll compare the two.
fucking very amazing art. Like, I've never seen such creative talent like what was shown during the 10-year anniversary. Some of the art that was available in California last year is still some of my personal favorites to this day. Like, you can't go wrong with some good art. It's like going to a Vincent van Gogh painting and seeing just it come into life. That's exactly how the fuck this looks. We're literally talking that Midnight Premiere, Fantastic, Gobi Raptor, I think was another one, Blue Feather Cat, all those guys between 2024 and 2025. God bless every single one of your guys' souls. You guys did a freaking amazing job, and, you know, it's a great piece of art. There's just so much great art that went around this year, and it's fucking fantastic. I love this shit.
I'm sorry, but that is both cute, adorable, and a blessing to be back.
Followed by heavy breathing.
Yeah, that's where the
Herbie Hops. That's indecent.
That's where the people, they buy their pornography of their favorite character. That's the spicy zone.
I assumed this was why you couldn't record. So that's where, like, the extra spicy stuff is then. Oh my gosh.
Right past these doors is the vendor section. I'm not filming in here, so I'm cutting the cameras off. And we'll see you guys in like an hour.
And I kept true to my word.
Now, mind you, I ate a few edibles tonight. That's clear. Sometimes I lose the thread. I think I'm doing great science, though, tonight. But, so I could be wrong about this, but I feel like we've already done this. We've already said I can't record in here because it's the vendor's area, and then pause frame. This is me from the future saying I am true to my word, and that's what I did. I believe this has happened multiple times tonight. YouTube 101 Lesson 7. Don't do this.
As I entered that door frame, I shut all the cameras off. I'm not even hiding anything. I literally shut all the freaking cameras off as soon as I went right through that door frame. I pulled out my wallet and I started throwing money at all these vendors. Not literally throwing money at them.
This is like word for word what he said in the beginning of the video. And like I said, I think this is what the charity was.
But I did keep to my promise about not doing anything stupid like I did a few years ago. And guess what? I kept to that promise. I'm literally being dead-ass serious. I'm not even hiding any extra footage. Right when I passed these door frames, I immediately shut off the camera system and went back to being a regular customer. I'm not even fucking lying.
Shit, yeah. Tell me about it. I thought Chris Chan was bad.
Well, I met a dude that draws.
Dude, that reminds me.
These people. Now, mind you, this is the last of the fucking Mohicans over here. The other bronies, they obviously didn't support this con. They've hung up their hooves, some would say. They're here. They've made it this long. They're true and blue fans. They're still like, that Chris Chan, though, that freak. And then we got Herbie Hops, who is, pretended to have Tourette's in a mall one time.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, supposedly.
He said that he was coming to BatsCon.
Yeah, supposedly there's a picture.
He's not like permanently banned unless he does something.
Yeah, apparently there's rumors floating around he's supposed to be here, and already a lot of the staff already know of his suspicious, disgusting behavior.
And apparently Christian Chandler actually did show up to the event. Unfortunately.
Oh wow, Herbie. Could you imagine? I'm not much up into the Chris Chan stuff nowadays, but gosh, you could have, recorded something interesting, but no. Conversation of people's feet, and here's a door frame. YouTube lesson 13 or whatever. If something exciting's happening, film that. Not that man's shoes.
Fortunately, I don't have any video of it. I don't have any photos of him, or them, I should say, getting removed from the property. There is rumor that they tried to use I think some type of stereotypical gender card that they tried to use to bypass the organizers.
Smart move, Herbie. Just going with the they. It's crazy. You can SA your mother, but don't you misgender them.
Which didn't quite work out because they...
I don't think Chris Chan cares, in everyone's defense.
Still got booted off the property anyways. Like I said, I didn't hear about it. I didn't see it. I'm not too sure of the whole backstory. But it is indeed true that they got evicted from another event.
I had such a fucking blessed time, and we're only halfway through the venue. Literally, look at this shit. You guys remember how I talked about contributing $3,000 to a non-profit organization? There's one...
No, hold on. Hold the fuck on. Am I tripping?
Written all over it. I'm one of the 10 royals that busted my ass off to contribute to help these people out. In my own...
I've only been to a couple conventions. I went to YomaCon. The stair in YomaCon ain't what it used to be in its heyday, I guess, but the stairs were littered with Sailor Moons and cosplays and whatnot. This con don't seem that poppin', but like I said, this is a pony con, and it still seems awkward that there's a guy with a stuffed animal pony that he's just talking to about how he's a hero because he donated to a non-profit charity that is the con that he's a customer of.
In my own backyard, I deal with a bunch of drug offender police officers that traffic methamphetamines and child...
This is second time in the same video, fourth time tonight. Are you going to pull up a news clip? At least, when I try to report the news, I at least have, an article zoom by the screen to prove that I did read it somewhere, I swear. YouTube tip number 12. You might be tempted to use your pony doll, but... You might be tempted to use your pony doll, when making your huge YouTube statement. But I recommend facts and graphics. Use your pony doll for other things. That was my hot tip again. Welcome to my masterclass.
Child pornography, alongside with the fact that my job was involved in an active shooting last year. All that money went to helping these people out.
Every Herbie Hops video... You relive the same shit 8 times. And then here comes a fucking nether lore drop. And then you have to keep watching. Because then you gotta go back further. What did I miss? It's like a soap opera. When was he involved in an active shooting incident?
My camera didn't catch the beginning of the conversation, but the other attendee had asked Andrea Libman if at any point would she be willing to come back to Hasbro to do production for G4. And she ironically said,
if Hasbro ever called you back to do it, or prefer to leave MLP in the past and just let it be what it was.
No, I think it should be resurrected. And
me and Christian are the only real ones. We at least acknowledge the 80s ponies. This trash here, this poor actress having to answer this question at every con she goes to about, they're not going to bring G4 back. That's why G5 exists. Would you get an iPhone 7 and then say, I miss the iPhone 3? No, you fucking wouldn't. That makes no goddamn sense. That'd be like Pokemon not being colors anymore and having like letters and shit. That'd be fucking weird.
There we go. Only 1 of 10 of these little fuckers made.
That's impressive, but so like take it home and keep it there so it'll be safe.
And I love the fucking shit out of it. You know? Bay Area 2024 is actually not that bad. I'm actually glad that I came back again. Let me just rip this out of the bag because TSA is gonna be like, oh yeah, there was a bunch of items and bags in your suitcase. Bruh, the government is fucking retarded.
so what led up to this thing?
Herbie Hops. That's a no word, sir. Whatever. It's just, like, I suppose he gets the pass. It just seems rude when it comes out of his mouth. I mean, it's rude on principle. Yes, this is true. But it's, like, extra rude. On the tier list of rudeness, Herbie, don't say that word.
After having an enjoyable weekend is Transportation Security Administration. Those stupid fuckers that go through everybody's luggage, they tried to say that there was a lock on my suitcase at the time, which currently didn't have a lock on it, and tried to make some lame-ass excuse saying that they couldn't gain access to my contents. Which is pretty funny because my suitcase had no lock whatsoever, and there was no problem getting into the suitcase for me. I unzipped every goddamn zipper, zipped it back up, repeat, rinse.
Yeah. I wonder if it's like we just need to tear the suitcase apart to check every part of it because that guy looks sus.
And repeating shit. I had no problems getting into my own suitcase whatsoever. So something is
Why is he filming himself in hallways talking about how he's a hero with a pony doll? Put security on that just, in case. Post 9/11 world, never forget.
Telling me that some stupid fucker at Sunport International, who's most likely an uneducated retard, probably just wasted
Herbie.
my fucking time when I got to San Francisco.
Let me show you something, you dumb motherfucker. Do you see any locks anywhere? Do you see any goddamn locks anywhere on these fucking cases? Oh look, there's not one there, there's not one there, there's not one there, there's not one there, and it works perfectly fine, literally.
What's the deal with airplane travel?
It zips. Zips.
This is so
and it opens.
Hot YouTube tip number 15. If you're doing an unzipping montage, make it a montage and put some hot pop music in the back. I'm not going to say there is no scenario in which you need to unzip a lot of things on a YouTube video, but if you do, speed it the fuck up, bitch. That's my hot tip.
And it unzips too. Whoever the TSA agent is, the Transportation Security Administration agent that tried to say that
my suitcase was locked when I don't even have a lock on it. I'm not even hiding anything in here.
It didn't even have a lock on it, and they opened it anyway. Oh my god, no way.
I literally have no fucking lock on this suitcase anywhere. Whoever the Transportation Security Administration agent is that tried to say...
So, like, well, one, it's a horrifying life if these ponies lived like a Toy Story life, but, like, that's the spare pony in the suitcase, it seems. Like, because he's carrying that one around everywhere, he's filming it and whatnot. Does this one just stay in the suitcase, or is it the spare, or is it for, like, the gala at night?
Say that there was a lock on this suitcase. $50 says he's probably a registered sex offender. I emptied the fuck out of it and I'm taking this wooden box.
I'm gonna say it. When it comes to the man who looked in the suitcase of the brony, and the brony who had the suitcase full of the pony stuff, I have to accuse one of them of being, that horrible accusation he just said. I'm gonna pick the brony. I'm just being honest with my feelings.
Box with me back home. About there's a lock on here when there's no locks on a suitcase whatsoever. Yeah, the only lock that's going to be on here is going to be the lock on you when I...
Tune Critic was the brony 9/11, never forget. There's some... is Herbie throwing some threats down? He's still mad about this. God. But this is looking back, though, remember. He changes as a person and regrets... I don't know if he regrets this, though. He never actually specifically said what he regretted. Maybe he did go into one of the vendors' room and have the camera out. We don't know.
I turned you in for being a fucking sex offender. Like I said, I'm not pissed
What
about the event. I had a
is
fucking
this?
blessed time this year, dude. Everything went exactly as planned, better than what happened a few years ago. I'm more pissed about that we're hiring a bunch of retarded government workers that can't do shit around this country. Honestly, call me a bitch if you will.
Deadwing has said it. Isn't this show supposed to teach, like, friendship and love and compassion and forgiveness? What is this? I don't know if some people are really keeping true to their values in the brony community. I'm gonna be honest.
But Ellie Ray just made my evening. Literally, look.
To sum up this part, I had gotten a free artwork from the convention store, and Ellie Ray Hennessy was there for the weekend. So I decided to go and get it signed, and as I'm standing in line, she's autographing the back of this artwork, and she provided some very emotional, amazing support. She said something about everybody is supportive about everything that I've ever done for this event and how I belong in this fan base, and everybody is thankful for everything that I've done for this event, which is a huge statement coming from a celebrity because, I've been told the same thing by...
Is this one of the Netflix voice actors?
Like, all these organizers, the events lead said the same thing, the sponsor lead, the design and publications, a lot of people told me the same exact thing that Ellie Ray Hennessy had told me over the weekend, and I lost all control of my emotional state, and this was probably one of the many few clips that I put into this 3-hour-long video that I couldn't even finish because I was fucking emotional as hell.
Your magic bing bong, love eternally, Ellie Ray, Miss Maine / Grandma Figgy, and during the whole time during the signing, she was talking about how, and a lot of people are on this venue. They've said that. She was talking about how I'm important in this fandom, and I pulled a lot of, efforts to get back here, and a lot of these people.
Did this just did a goddamn tear fall off of his face like Pikachu's did to Ash in the first Pokemon movie? Or am I fucking mistaken? Like, I feel like I felt like a raindrop hit that paper. Herbie.
I can't even speak because I'm like close to fucking tears right now. But a lot of these people, they basically just...
I can't even finish the fucking video. That's how emotional it is.
Like I said, dude, I love this artwork, dude. This shit looks so fucking cute. I just want to snuggle the fuck out of it.
As previously discussed on the last part when we talked about the artwork and stuff, this is from another one of the artists that were present during that weekend. And yet again, another favorite piece of art that I like.
Like I said, dude, I love this artwork, dude. This shit looks so fucking cute. I just want to snuggle the fuck out of it.
To sum up this part, this is another safety violation for a lot of people out there.
I'd say.
So this dude right here was talking about how he wants to get blasted in the face with a t-shirt cannon, which, by the way, is against policies.
Well, if it's a t-shirt cannon, he doesn't really mean it. He's not like, this is America. He could just say, I'm gonna, like, bring my AK and shoot up the whole place, you know? But no, he's t-shirt cannon. That's fun. Are you... Herbie Hops, are you a narc? Doesn't matter how autistic you are. Doesn't matter how usery you are, how smart you are, if you went to college or not. You learn. You learn one way or the other. You don't be a snitch. Cause no matter what side you are, what you believe, we all gotta come together eventually and fight the fucking machine, you know? Don't forget. We can't be doing all this snitching. We can't be talking to the man and the machine like that. This man didn't need it, Herbie. This fucking arrow of judgment pointed down on the back of his neck. Are you serious?
And is very fucking dangerous. So, yeah, this one, this one was the most stupidest thing, but at least he did get called out by the organizers for it, because it's unhinged behavior.
Are you trying to frame a user, Herbie? Because I believe they asked the whole crowd, do you really want to hit us with it? And the whole crowd's going, woo! And he's just doing probably because, you know, he's probably the most athletic male here, let's be honest. It seemed like he was the tallest. He's probably just like, woo, throw it at me, popping my collar, you see. And fucking Herbie's like, this deranged, unhinged criminal. He's probably a sex offender.
The whole time during the concert when we were setting up, we ended up dealing with like numerous technical difficulties. It took us probably like...
Well, God, Living Tombstone is really switched up. What is this? Gender bent MCR? Like I said, I remember his footage from BronyCon. The last BronyCon, I think it was like 2013. And like, that wasn't even that hype looking. That looked like past its glory days, but that had some production. And look, like, you would think the furries with their fursuits would at least show up to support the cause, but no, they don't even have time for the fucking ponies no more. If you're gonna cosplay, do more than the onesie. Hot YouTube tip number 12. They're just pajamas. And you look like you just walked out wearing pajamas. That's cool for pajama day. If you all love the pony so much, show some goddamn respect, Fox Boy. Fuck.
10 to 20 minutes for the concert to actually start, maybe even longer. So I decided to say some dumb shit when I was at the event. And I didn't think I was going to get a response with what I said, but this has to be one of the most goldest moments that I've ever done.
Luna's best princess! Yes!
Hot take! Luna is princess. Oh my... Keep your eye on Fox, dude. He might grab a fucking chair. I don't know where he'll get the chair from. It's about to fucking explode, or this rock band's gonna kick off and the fucking glass bottles are flying. Herbie Hops is a fucking riot starter. Only 13 more minutes.
Now, to be fair, this has to be one of the most random moments that the camera was running. We were yet again having more technical difficulties, and we were still trying to get things set up. And one of the staff members decided to drop the S-bomb in the middle of it, which I've never heard any of these organizers cuss before, so this was actually a fucking rare, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity of catching this.
Whoa, one of the staff members just cussed over here.
Excuse me. Now, before I rewind and we discuss what is happening, have you been seeing this crowd? There's no children here. Children don't watch My Little Pony.
Now, to be fair, this has to be one of the most random
They like
moments
Gacha
that
Life.
the camera was running. We were yet again having more technical difficulties, and we were still trying to get things set up. And one of the staff members decided to drop the S-bomb in the middle of it, which I've never heard any of these organizers cuss before, so this was actually a fucking rare, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity of catching this.
Whoa, one of the staff members just cussed over here. There was a staff member over here just yell, "Oh shit."
Fucking snitch, dude. And he came over there to tell him that he heard them. How autistic are you, Herbie Hops? Herbie, don't do that. Hot YouTube tip number 17. Don't do that.
If only Nicole was here, dude.
The reason I said that is because she was a guest of honor in 2022, where that year was by...
Can't imagine why she wasn't hyped to come back for 2023 and so on.
far the worst year I've ever had in all these conventions. That was the year where everything went to shit, and I was really looking forward to the one-on-one experiences with a retiree, but some things had happened, I will just say that, and I was extremely disappointed the entire weekend I was there, to the point where not only was I dealing with law enforcement, my nana passing away, a car that was going through parts every week, you know, the
Nana passing away has been, like I said, he uses that like in like a BC-80 thing. He, once again, uploaded a video of his brother dying in the hospital and his mother's reaction to her son being dead. That doesn't rank at all in his bad things that happened to him in my mental health. Oh no.
The delivery service not paying out good money. The 2022 convention was just not the greatest year in my books, and I wasn't ready to come back to Nostalgia Edition the following year, so I ended up leaving to Seattle. When she was in Seattle in 2023, she was available there for a one-day appearance, and I did have the opportunities of talking to her during the VIP events. Keep in mind that this is the first ever time in Seattle where I was invited to these VIP events. I didn't even know I could talk to these celebrities, and I fucked up not only the opportunity in 2022, but I didn't know that I could hang around these celebrities and, you know, have drinks with them and discuss things. And by the time that I started hanging around with both Bill Newton and Anna Sani, it was already far too late.
Man, imagine your hottest name drops being My Little Pony voice actresses, and like, not even like the Tara Strongs of the world, not even the anime voice people, like the people who go to BabsCon to get a small paycheck, those people.
And yeah, it just is what it is.
You know, I had the opportunity of talking to her during the bowling alley last year in Seattle. I didn't even know what the fuck I was supposed to do. I didn't even know I could talk to these people until, like, I started hanging around with Jenna Warren and Anna Sani, and we started talking about, like...
Dude, all the name
We
drops.
just had a good time. And Nicole was a one-day appearance, and, well, I fucked up that opportunity last year. Grove Street home.
At least it was before I fucked everything up.
Do some extra footage, some extra B-roll.
Oh, extra footage B-roll, huh? Had the time to put a GTA meme in this video, huh? So you put it up on a video editing, did you? But you know, you just left the camera on a black square, you left the camera at the frickin' frame of a door, you showed a shitty picture of the Hyatt Regency. There's 10 minutes left, but I'm gonna say it. I can't score this video too highly. You're not gonna graduate YouTube school this day. If you can't, like, get past the probationary period and bring your grades up, young man, YouTube's gonna take the Pingus sound effect away from your channel, and you're gonna lose subscriber.
And, just hope things go well today at the closing ceremony.
You guys remember how I talked about I usually get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, go shoot some extra photography, videography, whatever, before the events take off, so that way, you know, you get an extra advantage of seeing some extra angles from different locations. This is literally what I was talking about. I believe it was like 5 o'clock in the morning when I was shooting a good majority of this, and surprisingly, a lot of the Regency SFO...
To me, it's kind of like... Because, you know, hotels be hotels. They're generic as fuck, so you could fit all kinds of conventions in it for everybody's taste and luxury. Wonderful. Like, that's just the canvas, you know. Who gives a fuck? Where's your fun, happy memories and the friends you made along the way? Why did you cry at, like, a playbill? Like, at least... Chris Chan enjoyed BronyCon because, you know, he was among his people. He felt accepted. They knew that they were cringe, so they had no right to cast first stone. They welcomed him until he got a bit too weird, then he had to leave. But they welcomed him at first, and he felt like a person. No, after all of it, he got to be a human being. Chris Chan probably was like, oh my god, guys, look at this hotel. This is an exterior picture. There's fireplaces out there for the guests. Can you believe it? Oh man. Like, I'm sure all these pictures are on a website somewhere. What about it, Herbie?
Janitors had actually beaten me to the extra B-roll footage, but for some reason they weren't bothering me with the recording, so at least we still got away clean with at least taking some extra photos, videos, etc.
As you can see, that some of our B-roll might be interrupted. There's some early morning janitors that are doing their things, and probably some early workers, but I'll try to see what I can film.
Oh, what's he gonna say about this? Because, you know, it's not the F word, but you think about the F word. It should be okay because Herbie's an adult, and like I said, I don't see any children here, but this is one of those, you know, moral debates when you're a child, like, because, like, you know the word exists. You're thinking of the awful word, right? But it's not the word, so it's okay. Is Herbie gonna be like, that's cute, I get the joke? Or is he gonna be like, you shouldn't do that, that's inappropriate? I honestly don't know.
Of course, here's the Van Hoover party room.
Get it? Because they're Canadian.
This is where Everfree Northwest held theirs. The people in Seattle that we visited last year with all the Netflix people.
He's literally going to it's a hotel. It looks like shit. Everything's beige. 0 out of 10.
This right here is where the
Okay, he
private
thought
event
they
took
were
place
funny.
with Andrea Libman and Ellie Ray. As you see, it says private event. Luckily this year, we got to have drinks and dinner with Andrea Libman.
Well, fuck, you gave him $5,000 or whatever. I hope so, Herbie. You earned him at least that much with your hard-earned labor money.
And Ellie Ray.
This was exactly the same area, by the way, 3 years ago, where I had gotten, unfortunately, pissed off. Because I was...
Are you going to tell us what you did before the end of this video? I'll be disappointed.
So I was hopeful for a lot of things, you know, after dealing with just a huge amount of rough activity of bullshit in my own state. And unfortunately, I didn't see any of the celebrities, and there was a little bit of misinformation that was provided, which also concluded with all of the unneeded aggression, if you will, from 3 years ago, which yet again I will apologize for. I was a shithead 3 years ago, and I do completely own up to every single thing I said and did 3 years ago. At least we had a way better year this year, and that's all that mattered.
It actually happened in this area, and it wasn't a big misconstrued situation from what happened a few years ago. And
like I said, they're flashbacks within a flashback, so I don't even know what timeline we're anymore, to be perfectly honest. This could have just all been a framing device.
yeah, man, imagine having drinks with the voice actor for Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy.
Could you even imagine? I wish they wouldn't do these things.
In this same exact area. These are the people we went to last year when we hooked up with all the Netflix celebrities and everything. When we ended up having dinner with Jenna Warren and Anna Sani. And Tabitha St. Germain ended up making a surprise return after years when she talked about, oh, I don't know if I'm coming to any more venues. And then she randomly showed up as a mystery guest of honor last year. We had some good drinks with these people during the weekend.
Holy fucking shit, dude. It actually happened.
And one of the guys that was at this event yesterday, he was a fucking nutcase. He was literally talking about how he wanted to get shot in the face with a t-shirt can.
Dude, we went over the freaking footage of the crime. That is... Herbie Hop, stop framing users.
And the executives were like, no, we can't do that. That's too much blood and a lawsuit on our hands, which reasonably so. The guy's an idiot, but at the same time, you know, if you want to get blasted with a t-shirt cannon, do that on your own free time when you don't have kids and an event that's already going through enough, you know, BS to deal with. We don't need adding the hospital bills to that list, please. She wasn't here at this year's event, but imagine if she was. And then we have Nicole Oliver, Brian Shua, Devin Dalton, Vincent Tong, Jillian Barrow. Man, one of the things that I recently learned about this...
This is a fucking endurance now, I'm not gonna lie to make it. But anytime I'm like, man, fuck this video, we get Herbie snitching and framing users. I'm gonna have to write a thesis on this video later. It said the hot YouTube tip sandwich is free. I really do science on the side.
There is some disgusting ass people in today's society that take a photo of somebody's product behind these doors.
He's not one of them people. He would never disrespect any privacy like that.
And then they turn around and illegally sell the item for an illegal profit, sometimes without the freaking consent of their original.
So, like, they're like iPhone shots of people's art from Artist Alley. Pretty fucked up. I bet it's not the best quality.
You know, content creator or artist, and they make money illegally off of the items. And I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't even know we had some disgusting ass forgery type stuff that goes on where people are forging illegal copies of other people's artwork.
Okay, it says pop. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so this is a Willy Wonka pony. We established this earlier. So this could be like Augustus Gloop. I think it might be like the TV kid, actually. But like, So this blueberry girl, and like, you know, yeah, she's blowing her bubble gum because that's what she does, and I was just, you know, it wasn't looking too pure at first glance.
And then turning around and selling them as a profit. So all I gotta say is, you know, I was in the wrong and these people were right.
Said I'm probably one thinking awful thoughts, but I often do when there's BronyCon shots around. FurryCons, any of that. I guess I'm just prejudiced like that. I'm sorry, but better to be prejudiced against internet groups.
And I didn't even know that was a fucking thing a couple years ago. And I wanted to say, you know, even though I did some dumb shit too.
That was probably just a bad joke. I don't mean that. I am not the opinion basher.
Years ago, so I wanted to, you know, give some props for them pointing that out, because I didn't even know that was a fucking thing, that people do some disgusting ass, forgery ass crap like that. I just struck some gold while I'm over here filming. Oh yeah, this is where they added.
Now, yeah, don't film. Can you believe people film other people's artwork and post it on the internet? Says Harvey Hops while he's filming close-ups of people's posters and unique art for that convention. I mean, I'm not a Herbie Hops level snitch. It's who cares? They're like flyers for a one-time con. But like, it's just kind of funny just thinking about it. He's literally filming art while being like, can you believe people film art?
Photography room recently. Don't know how long ago.
I'm just so excited to get to the finish line.
This is pretty new as well.
To my knowledge, and I could be wrong, I wasn't present for 23, so this could have been installed in 2023 when I was off in Seattle for...
He's putting a correction to the record. He might have been wrong.
5 days, because I wasn't, you know, ready to come back. But to my knowledge, this does look like a new area that was not covered in my 2022 video, or even I'm aware of in 2022.
4 more minutes.
I was talking about earlier.
More art to film.
Section at the Sand Pebbles was this. These were at the Sand Pebbles a few years ago when we were here last time. Imagine drinking like a steaming hot coffee.
Don't get any of the coffee on your pony though. That's like 1 in like 12 or something crazy.
And then like somebody turns into Tourette's guy.
The one downside I will say about the...
Herbie, no. We have 4 more minutes to get through this video. Don't you fake Tourette's in hallways with nobody, luckily, but then be like, oh my gosh, they heard me scream. Oh no. Don't be pulling none of that. We got 4 more minutes.
Hotel is it's not like the Regency Bellevue where you can get up and get like a cup of complimentary coffee free of charge. This one, you actually had to pay for it at the bistro that's connected to the property, which I will say is a huge downside, especially for like if you're in a hurry to get the fuck out of the place and you're tired as shit and you have to pay for your cup while standing in line. That's one of the downsides that I didn't like about this event. But you know, the rest of it was still good. That's not. We'll just leave aside the flaws that the restaurant that's inside the hotel.
The flaw is at a busy hotel with restaurants and coffee things, you had to wait in line. The trials, I guess, you know, of humanity.
Itself.
I'm so glad our ancestors built civilization for what I'm looking for on the screen right now. It's a nice shot, dude. You could post this on you could put not Instagram, the other one, Pinterest. It kind of matches the coffee cup. Kind of a cozy vibe. Here, there's your positivity. You're still getting a 0 out of 10 for horrible video composition this day, sir. God.
Has some stuff that needs to be adjusted.
I might be high as fuck, but I'm a real teacher up in here. Real professor.
Fuck you, you piece of... Fuck you, you piece of shit! Suck my cock!
So this guy really had Tourette's. I don't remember. Is this the internet Mimi? You putting memes in here again? You got time to edit that, but not, you know, put no fucking graphics anywhere, okay? Just trash. Just here's a door frame. I didn't go in there and film. Here's some art.
And Flim and Flam, one of the two, and usually I don't follow for villainy. Flim and Flam basically stated that New Mexico is...
Look at this pussy, dude. That's like 75% creamer, let's be real. No judgments here.
...isn't a real state.
And you know what? Flim or Flam, whoever it is, they're both twins. They were 100% correct that New Mexico isn't a real state. Apparently, this state is getting worse by...
Opinion bashing states now, are we? Reporting news, are we 100%? Herbie. It's like you say it with the same conviction that all those cops are sex traffickers. I'm beginning to not think your statements are true or well researched. I'm not going to say nothing anybody says false. I'm just going to say not very well researched. Or, because, you know, if you did, you'd throw the thing across the screen. Like I said, you got time to edit a meme. You got time to edit, like, a news headline in there. Pretend you tried.
The day, and
it's my last hot tip.
In Florida was bad. Oh, let me give you a little rundown. The governor in this state is fucking useless. There is state police officers that are trafficking meth and child porn and causing DWI charges. Matter of fact, a sergeant of the New Mexico State Police was found guilty of DWI fraud about a month ago. And there was like...
I used to live in Indiana. There's a city called Fort Wayne. There was this mayor called Tom Henry. He was like mayor for 60 years. He got a DUI every 10 years. No one cared because like taxes were low and he did a great job. People make mistakes and get stressed out at their job. I hate that they kill people on the road. That's horrible. But, like, it was still a mistake. It's great if they didn't kill anybody. If they killed anybody, fuck them. But if they didn't, you can't pass shame them. Jay Kizer wouldn't approve this.
I think, like, 8 other police officers that were found guilty of the same thing as well. And then when we had...
All that was really unnecessary. What I'm just trying to say is it's not the same as, like, you know, being a child toucher. It's not the same, but he's got it on, like, can you believe this judge had a DUI charge? The monster, electric chair, corrupt state. New Mexico isn't real. Oh, Herbie Hops. I missed you.
We had the situation with the active shooting that took place. KRQE.
I'm not going to watch any more tonight, but I do got to research that. I need to know about this active shooting.
News 13 was pointing the fingers at the management and saying that it's their fault and not the stupid motherfucker who brought in a stolen Glock and shot the place up. And let's also put it this way. I've had 2 separate mechanics try to destabilize one single vehicle that a family mechanic with more profession than those at a fucking Brake Masters is repairing the fuck-ups that they've done in his own goddamn backyard. And you know what's worse is apparently this state is 47th in crime, 50th in education, and from what I've seen, just a lot of people like to beat...
See, when he stretches out a video to 44 minutes, it's the most Jake Kizer like. This is the wrap-up. He's giving us facts about New Mexico. I bet you didn't see that coming, that this was an educational video about our 50 states of the great America. Didn't see that coming, did you, when you saw that pony and that coffee and his room and his life and the things he's proud of?
Their kids in this state. So you know what? They were right.
I'm happy for him, though. He's not harming no one.
They were both right. This state is full of fucking clowns.
And I agree. Because New Mexico is full of absolutely degenerate, retarded...
What? I know it's like 1 minute left, but what is this time jump in the narrative of him pausing and being like, here's an update to the future of what I said in the past? He's agreeing with himself. Who does that? I'm not doing that. I don't condone anything I say once the stream's over. I disavow it all.
...as people. Exactly 1 week after I had got back from being in Seattle for 5-6 days and having dinner with Jenna Warren and meeting all these Netflix celebrities and having a good time.
I'm not pausing. We're there.
Nicole Oliver.
I'm just watching the timer.
His car had gotten stolen
what?
At the job site. Not even a week back from meeting all these...
Why does he do this? Why does he sell a story that could be interesting? Because it's Herbie Hops. You want to know what the reaction to it would have been, but we won't get this story. Just a teaser trailer, and then more stories about how I was in this hallway last year when I thought about Jenna Warren. I invested 45 minutes in this video plus all the pauses. I am a dissatisfied viewer. I might have to give this video a dislike. I'm not going to do that. That's rude, but I should.
Hasbro and Netflix and My Little Pony voice actors. And some dumbass decided to pull the limits right back on the first week when I got back in state. So yeah, Flim and Flam, or Flim or Flam, whoever it is, you know, like I said, I don't follow much for villainy, but that's probably the only time that they were correct that New Mexico isn't a real state. That state is for fucking clowns and retards. All the stuff that I did
Damn!
to try to get this event back up on its feet.
So close.
To figure that next year's the final year for these people.
I'm just gonna give a fair warning. There was some aggressive energy that came out on this next part.
Herbie, 43 seconds. You're doing this again, huh? We'll finish. 40 seconds, no pause.
When we
No
went through
scope.
Arizona again,
360.
we didn't deal with a 2-hour delay, but instead we dealt with a 6-hour missing luggage. And believe me, I was fucking...
Okay, it's like they teach us to do... Oh, I'm sorry. It's like they teach us to do in language arts. The conclusion and the intro are reflections of each other. His luggage was fucked with, guys. Did you know?
Pissed.
I don't even know if there's
thought
anybody in the
I
chat.
lost all of my shit except for the autographs
Talking to
and
Herbie.
the collectible.
That's right. They can kiss my ass, because they ain't fucking getting this. Unbelievable.
Nobody
6
wants
hours
it.
for one suitcase to be rerouted. You know what? I'm gonna say some foul words, and if anybody doesn't like what I gotta say, fuck you. Fuck all you bitches! You're a bunch of child molesters anyways.
Well, that was Herbie Hops. That video got 40 views 10 days ago, probably not moving. Someone did give it a dislike. How dare they? I need this link for reasons. Well, I'm gonna end it there. I regret that I did not bring. These are not fresh users. These are impure users. These are users someone else has already streamed, you know. But Herbie Hops uploads every day, and I need to go find out what this lore is. What is this active shooting? But it's like I kind of don't want to know about the active shooting because I know someone probably brought a fucking super soaker somewhere, like, or cussed, like. No, we're not doing this. It's bedtime. It's bedtime. I'll research the Herbie Hops active shooting lore later. Good night, everybody who is here to enjoy this time with me. It was a nice user night. Herbie Hops and Jay Kizer, double threats, best content on the internet, some would say. That was an experience. Good night, everybody. I don't know how to end these.